What about now? Anything?
Nope. And then hit one of the commercials. Is this a touchscreen?
No.
Mute it again.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of
It's time for Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, Westart Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Bradley Holmes here with Rob Leifson. As many of you early viewers saw, we were working through some technical difficulties, but we are here. We are excited. Thank you for those tuning in. We've got a great pregame show for everyone. Rob, we're excited to be here.
That was a drive, Bradley. Beautiful scenes, but I don't know if my back could take another one of those. I'll talk to you on Monday.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, we are 6 hours south of the high school and 1 hour south of Moab in beautiful Monticello today. Like I said, we've got a great pregame show coming today. This is the Ellingford pregame show, and we are going to go to another commercial break. After that, we will have Coach Tyson Larson, interview with him earlier this week, followed by some others, and we will talk to you when we are back.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act when you have an emergency. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
I am here with Coach Tyson Larson, who this is going to be really fun because he and I are good pals. Many of you may not know that, but we talk about football all the time, but this is in a proper way. So we're going to try to keep it serious and on task. Coach, you've had 2 games so far in this young season. What have you learned about your team so far in these 2 games?
I've been pleased with how hard they play, how hard they hit. The kids are hungry. They love to play. And from the last game, some of our kids didn't get to play near as much as they wanted, which sometimes happens in 8-man, but also the varsity guys took care of business early to where we were able to get a lot of our younger kids in. But the issue with that is then our older kids got a little antsy on the sideline, and which hopefully is a good thing. The longer we can keep them hungry, the better. But that's what I've been really pleased with. They play really hard. They act really hungry. They love the game. It's been a lot of fun.
How do you handle the transition going back and forth from 11 to 8-man? And I know you've been asked that before, but I think a lot of listeners would like to know, because that's a question I hear a lot, is how do you prepare any differently for an 8-man game versus an 11-man game as far as the day-to-day of practice that week?
The last couple of years, it was easier because we had 8-man games and then 11-man games, and they were kind of split up. This year, it's all over the place. We had to throw together a schedule. Practices, we try to keep the same format, and we try to keep very similar playbook. However, that is something I have learned is they can't be exactly the same. A lot of people just think, oh, sure, just you take 3 players off, run the same things, but the numbers never work. 11-man football, if the quarterback hands the ball off to the running back, it's now 10 versus 11. In 8-man, it's the same idea, but it's now 7 on 8. And you would be surprised how different that is, especially the different lineups in 8-man football. For example, some teams don't play a safety, which really causes some problems when there's that many kids, and it makes it more difficult. So, but we try to keep it as consistent as we can and run really similar things so the guys can execute at a high level.
Does special teams keep you up at night when it comes to 8-man? Because I noticed in the Altamont game, we had a returned kick when Hudson brought that one back to open the second half. Do you feel like in 8-man kickoffs and kick returns are tough because there is so much open space going on?
Yes, it's terrifying, to be honest. All the props in the world to Coach Cornea. He does a fantastic job of getting our boys game planned for defense. And this is nothing toward Coach Perry, who runs special teams, or even the kids on special teams. But yeah, we usually do a really good job. Even if you have your best kids out there, that's just a lot of space. When you give their best player a ball on a run, open space, and they can make anything happen.
Yeah, I was impressed with the Ivy kid too. I said in the broadcast, if the season were to end after that game, I think he is an all-state caliber player, especially as a kick returner. Let's transition to talk to me about how big of a loss Riker Hoffman going down was down in Gunnison. We're now 2 weeks from that happening, but obviously the sting is as fresh as it was when it happened. Talk to me about this kid and the impact it has with him being in street clothes on the sideline for the next bit.
Oh, well, I'll be honest. It's been rough. And you don't ever want to compare like injuries in terms of, because it's happened before. We've had kids sidelined, but this one's has hit differently for me just because I've been around this kid since he's been in 6th grade, and he's had a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. He's been resilient as can be. He's played through a lot of injuries. Can't play through this one. He's going to have to sit almost this whole senior season. And we're talking about a kid that unanimously was voted one of the captains, and he's a fantastic leader for us. Just a flat good kid. Like, I love the kid to death. Like, all the respect in the world for him. And so, yeah, we're going to miss him, obviously, athletically as a player. He's a returning all-state player from last year. And anyone that knows anything about our program knows that he is always a top 3 kid on our squad. Like, he's phenomenal.
Right.
So
I was thinking about it. This year, our running back room is so deep that we have kids that will step up. It'll take 2 to 3 kids to make up for a Riker Hoffman being out.
Yeah, I agree completely because, as mentioned, what he did for us production-wise, offensively as a slot-type receiver, running back, and then defensively, he's one of the most violent, angry kids you'll ever find on the field. Nicest kid off the field, but during those whistles, so he's a heck of a player. But what I've struggled the most with is watching him not being able to play the thing he loves more than anything else.
Well, and we'll revisit this in a few weeks, and hopefully we're hearing positive things that maybe we get him back potentially in the playoffs. He can help us go for that 2nd year in a row championship. But before we even get to that, this week we have a great opponent, a team that's helping build 8-man as well as we are, and that's Monticello. 2 years ago, they got us in the snow in Cedar City, and then last year we were able to get them back in the championship game. Now we meet them down there. Give me 2 or 3 kids on that Monticello team that you know about, that you're scouting for, and that have impressed you, not just in their last game, but probably last season as well.
Yeah, so their top 3 kids that return, I would say, are without doubt Carter Rogers, number 13. He's quick. I watched him down at state track as well. The kid's fast in the open one, so he's obviously that translates to football. Tavon Black, and he's one that everyone already knows about. I can't remember if he was voted All-State or not, but all I know is that he probably should have been because he's phenomenal. Well-built, low to the ground, fast. He's one of the finest-looking football players you'll find. And then they have their big 55. He kind of anchors their line.
So he's
Carpenter.
Back. Yep.
He's back as well. He's a big boy. He's a load. So those are 3 of the top kids that I would peg as the guys that we are definitely game planning and prepping for.
Yeah, I think you'd agree. Coach Anderson's working hard down there. building up a solid 8-man program. They do play a full 8-man schedule, I believe, going out of state for a lot of those. But it's good to have Monticello in this league with us. They were both programs that have a storied history in 11-man and have both transitioned to 8-man. And I think this week's going to be a great game with them. Coach, good luck to you. And we'll be talking each week, but I'm excited for this week. I think last week with the
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
I am here with Monticello Buckaroo head coach Reed Anderson. He is in his 7th year down in Monticello. Coach, thanks for taking the time out of your day to chat football with me. We're about 24-ish hours away from game day, and you're one game in, 1 week in. How are you feeling about your season so far?
I'm feeling okay about it. We're not exactly where we probably need to be, but we're certainly moving in the right direction. So that's always the thing I can hope for, is moving in the right direction, not necessarily where we're at the moment.
Absolutely, especially this early on. And, you know, I interviewed Coach Leifson yesterday, and he kind of had the same thoughts of, man, a marquee game happening so early in the season has its pros and cons for sure. And so, well, and it seems like you guys had a perfect opening game, you know, to work some kinks out, did really well last week. And I say that I talked with Coach Leifson yesterday, and a player that he brought up a lot and has high respect for is Tavin Black. Coach, tell me a little bit about Tavin and your expectations out of him this year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it really hurt us last year when he broke his foot in that semifinal game, and he tried to play through that broken foot the next week in the state championship, but he could. I mean, it was difficult for him. One is he's a pretty quick kid for a kid his size with his weight. You know, he plays pretty high in the 100 meters there at the state track, and he's got some strong muscle. He lifts every day, and he's probably the strongest kid on our team. So when you're looking at someone like him, especially with a young team and a new quarterback and a new offensive line, and you kind of hope that maybe you can rely on him a little bit to get us going through the beginning of the year before everybody else kind of falls into place.
Yeah, and I remember that. I mean, he was an absolute stud last year, and unfortunately had that injury in the semifinal game. And any Rich County fan knew that he was a tough kid because he was on the field the next week for that championship game. And so I know that we look forward to seeing him at full strength, as obviously he's a great player for you. Coach, Monticello's in the same boat as Rich in terms of this 8-man league that's still in its early days. Both Monticello and Rich have a storied history in 11-man and 1A, multiple state championships. How have you felt about 8-man, how it's going, and what are your thoughts on its future?
I've actually been real pleased with it. It's one of those things where our school isn't getting much bigger. Our class sizes are down probably a half of what they used to be in the early 2000s and things. A lot of teams around us, that's all the towns our size in Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, they all play 8-man, and it's actually opened up a lot where we can actually have competition and our kids can develop naturally. You know, those last few years of 11, we were having to play freshmen at the varsity level because you don't have the numbers and things like that. So it has kind of renewed and reinvigorated kids that, hey, we can actually play and develop, and we don't have to step in and just get pounded by kids 4 or 5 times our size. It's been a really good thing for us. teams around us want to play us, and it's kind of renewed our natural cross-state rivalries that we've had growing up.
No, that's
as far as
great.
the other league, it's as the league as a whole, it's been good. I'm really surprised at the level that a lot of schools are being like, hey, this is something we want to do. We talked to a lot of those Hillfield players at the end of the game, and we chatted with them for quite a while on Friday night, and they were just so happy to be playing. All those kids were just like, we wanted to play for years and years and years. We've never had the opportunity. They just thought it was the greatest thing ever. And so when you meet a team like that, where the league has opened up opportunities for other players and other kids to actually participate in a sport, you realize that that's what's kind of needed, and that the league should, continue to grow and strengthen.
Yep. And that confirms that the right decision was made when you have a team like Hillfield, where football wouldn't have been an option, but now all these boys get to play it. So that's a great point. And you guys have done great since 8-man started, both years making it to the state title game and continuing to win your games. And I think other teams like Water Canyon, St. Joe's, I think they're going to continue to develop and get better and better. And so I'm with you. I'm excited about the future of 8-man. And anyone who hasn't watched 8-man, it does not lack entertainment at all. I mean, the open field, the speed, I think it's a great thing. Coach, I promised you I wouldn't keep you too long, and then we've kind of hit that mark. So thanks for taking the time to chat with me. I wish you the best of luck, not only tomorrow, but the rest of your season. And I'm sure, as always, you guys will make a deep run into the playoffs, and we'll be chatting again by the end of the year. So
that's always the goal, right?
Yes, for sure. Well, you're doing a great job down there. Hats off to you. We appreciate you.
Hey, thank you very much.
I'm here with Jaden Wallentine.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
I'm here with Jaden Wallentine, former Rich High Rebel. We are starting up again our segment titled Where Are They Now? And so I will be bringing on a Rich High alumni each week and seeing what they're up to, talking about their time at Rich High School, the experiences they had. And for my first week doing it, I have asked Jaden Wallentine to join me. Jaden, how we doing?
Good. How are you doing, Brad?
Good. Now, we're going to talk about everything you've accomplished in life, but for all of our listeners, I just want to make it clear that Jaden's biggest accomplishment is that he's my brother-in-law. So everything else that he's going to talk about comes in second place to that accomplishment that he's done in life. Isn't that right, Jaden?
Right,
yeah. So, Jaden, I will bring this up because I don't know if you will, but I'm going to give some props to you right off the bat. Jaden played a great role in Rich High's first and only ever back-to-back state champions in terms of seasons. So his class, he was part of the teams that took state in football and basketball, which has never been done before and is actually the one and only state championship in basketball that Rich has had. So Jaden, talk to me about those times and what that meant for you, your senior year, being able to be a part of not only one but two state championships at Rich High School.
Yeah, I think it kind of started in football season, excuse me. We had Coach Kennedy who really pushed defense with us, and we really bought into that. And were number one in the state in defense for a long time. And, even though we weren't all best friends off the field, we were friends and trusted each other and relied on each other in the field. And, we were able to get that state championship there. And I think that really carried over well into basketball season too. Again, we weren't all best friends off the court, but on the court, we relied on each other. We trusted each other. We knew what each other could do. And we were able to just get it done as a team and do it again for basketball season. So.
And yeah, I think you're spot on. I obviously remember those 2 seasons from watching in the crowd, and yeah, you're right. You and your teammates, I wouldn't peg as probably spending every waking moment together off the court, but on the court, the chemistry was obvious, and you guys did great together. Sorry, and remind me, what years exactly were those? The fall and winter. What year was that?
So for football, it was 2015.
Okay,
or 14-15. Sorry, not 24.
Right.
14-15.
Okay. So once again, for our listeners there, I've got Jaden Walentine here that was part of the 2014 to 2015 state champions in both football and basketball. So Jaden, what are you up to now? Let our listeners know kind of where you're living, what your family has evolved into, what you have going on in your life right now.
Yeah, so I live down in Slaterville, which is close to North Ogden or far west. I have 2 boys. One's about to turn 3. His name's Vincent, and the other one just turned 1. His name's Slater. And then obviously my wife, Carissa. And then I'm currently actually working in Logan as a director of sales and business development for Altitude Rides and Attractions. So I get to sell amusement park rides.
Awesome. So beautiful family, working in the sales world. What can you attribute, because those are very awesome, successful things that you have going in your life right now. Can you make a connection between your time at Rich High School and all the great things you have going on in your life right now?
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially into sports, I never was had a huge love for school. I went to school and tried to do well, just mainly so I could play sports, honestly. But
yep,
the sports behind it, having to push yourself to become better and better, especially where we were chasing those state titles. I feel like we all, kind of learn to push ourselves and become more than what we originally were. And I think that's also helped me, especially in the sales world, just because you've got to continuously get better and better and, move things along so that you can keep that pipeline full and be successful with it. So I think just that hard work and dedication in sports has transferred into my work life. And obviously outside of work life, I get to go home and play with my boys, and that's what I like to do. So.
Well, I think that is all truth, absolutely, and ones that I think many Rich High alumni can say. So, Jaden, as we finish up, I just want you to give a shout out. I'm not going to make you choose a favorite teacher. I'm sure you had multiple teachers that had a great impact on you, but just give me one shout out to one teacher that you had that had an impact on you during your time at Rich High School.
Ooh,
I know that's a tough question. There's been a lot of great ones.
That is a tough one. Honestly, I'd probably give a shout out to Tammy Hoffman, actually.
Awesome.
She's the first person you see coming in. She was always happy, always in a good mood. And whenever you were having a hard time with, one of the other teachers or with another student, she was always there to help you and do whatever she could to help you. So I'd give her a shout out for sure.
I love that. Tammy was a great secretary at the high school for many years, and she did a great job. So Tammy, if you're listening, you got a shout out from one of your former students, Jaden Walentine. And Jaden, thanks for taking the time to chat with me. And I speak for all of Rich County, and we say we're proud of you and happy that you're doing so well. And thank you for helping bring those state championships to Rich back in 2014, 2015. Jaden, thanks for taking time out of your day to talk with us.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for having me. I'm excited to come up and watch a game and see the new field.
We'll see you at the next reunion, my man.
All righty. Sounds good. Thanks, Brad.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
We are back. We are here once again in beautiful Monticello, Utah, and we are going to jump right into our keys of the game. Rob, what do you have for us today?
Well, I'd say the first key, Bradley, and this is going to be in honor of one of my favorite actors, and an old movie in the 80s, Big. Do you know the actor?
Is it the guy who voiced Woody? Is that who it is?
That is.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
There we
Thank
go.
You, very good.
So, I'm on the airwaves. You put the pressure on.
So the reason I picked Big is because it is big plays that Rich needs to look out for. Coach Larson talks a lot about not worrying about what your opponent does, but what we do. So what are we going to do to stop those big plays? Last week, as Monticello took on the military academy from Hill Air Force Base.
Yep.
And they had 5 plays of 40 yards or more. And Rich cannot afford to allow that to happen today. So, number 1, watch out for the big plays. Number 2, fly the friendly skies. Our passing game has not been much so far this year. And I'll admit we haven't really needed it, but I'd like to see that get a little bit more consistent.
Right.
When Wilkes Weston has more completed passes than Carter Hoffman, that's not always a good sign. So, and number 3, a little free publicity to Saran Wrap, because we got to wrap up. We talk about this a lot, Bradley, in 8-man football, but watching the highlights last week of Monticello, there were a lot of single tackles that the Monticello players broke, and they were off to the end zone. 2 people that Coach Larson shouted out at the pregame show, number 13, Carter Rogers, and 30, Taven Black. Those 2 could make a lot of plays happen. If you miss one tackle, we could be in trouble.
Yeah, for listeners at home, Taven Black, he played in the championship game last year, but he did it with a broken foot. So the kid is very tough. He's 100% tonight. He's a big kid. We're watching him warm up now. He's a good size, and Rob, he runs the 100-meter dash in track, and so anyone who's familiar with that means he's got speed. He's not just there to run. He actually does well in that. So I think that's exactly right. And this Monticello team, you know, they are hungry to beat us, and that's how it should be. Last year they were the runner-ups in the state championship game. The year before that, they got us in that semifinal game in Cedar City in the snow. So this has become a great rivalry, a great marquee matchup in 8-man, and I appreciate those keys to the game. I think they're spot on. So we will be back. We are going to go to a commercial break. This is the Ellingford Bros pregame show, and this presentation is brought to you by T7 Propane, KDQ Radio, part of the My Local Radio family. We'll be back.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Carter Grohl, number 1, junior.
I'm Nash Perry. I'm number 2, and I'm a freshman.
Sam Leifson, number 3, senior.
My name's Wilkes Weston. I am number 4, and I am in the 10th grade.
I'm Paxton Nicodemus,
number 5, 10th grade. Jet Holmes, 6, junior.
Carter Hoffman, senior, number 8.
I'm Zenik Stocking. I'm a senior, and I'm number 9.
I'm Aiden Weston. I'm a junior, and I wear number 10.
Dylan Wasden, wide receiver, DB, junior.
I'm Valenconia. I'm number 13, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Connor Creel. I'm 15, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Daniel Smith. I'm a senior, and I'm number 16.
Braden Stokes. I'm a freshman, and my number is 21.
I'm Antonio Maldonado. I'm a senior, number 22.
Drake Weston, senior, number 23.
Riker Kirk, number 25. I'm a junior.
My name is Hudson Perry. I am a sophomore, and I am number 28.
I'm Porter Keach. I'm a junior, and I'm number 30.
Wyatt O'Malley, freshman, 34.
Dylan Fonsbeck, junior. I wear number 35.
I'm Jaron Moon. I'm number 42, and I'm a freshman.
Wyatt Tingy. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm number 48.
Cade Nelson, junior, 50.
Jaden Bell, sophomore, number 52.
Bailey Weston. I'm a sophomore. My number's 54.
Boston Jolly, number 55, junior.
My name is Max Weston. I'm a freshman, and my number is 56.
I'm Jordan Johnson. I'm a senior, and I'm number 58.
Easton Eborn, junior, number 59.
I'm Talon Wilson Pace. I am a senior, and I'm number 60.
I'm Christian Reese. I am number 62, and I'm in 9th grade.
Traxton Chandler, a sophomore, number 65.
I'm Hunter Cornea. We're number 66, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Rylan Goff. I'm a sophomore, and I'm number 67.
My name is Ian Adams. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 68.
Killer Gal, sophomore, 70.
My name is Breaker Willis. I am a sophomore, and my number is 72.
JJ Chandler, senior, number 73.
Jack Wakefield, junior, number 75.
My name is Scott Wakefield. I am a wide receiver, and I'm number 82, and I'm a freshman.
My name's Tag Stewart. My number is 85, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Donald Anderson. I'm a senior, and I'm a manager.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Rob, we are ready to play. We just heard the starting, a list of our boys. They are ready. Monticello is ready. We've got a beautiful night of football ahead of us.
Yeah, it's about 80 degrees, Bradley, and that sun is going to be a challenge because we are looking right into it, and I can't imagine trying to look back for a ball at this point into that sun. But it's Friday night, and the lights are already turned on. It won't be long before that sun is behind those mountains.
Yeah, fortunately for the players, they are on a north-south orientation. We are east-west. You and I are going to get a tan for the next 20 minutes. But so Rich, they won the toss, decided to defer, correct?
Yeah, they deferred, so we are going to kick off to Monticello to begin with.
So for all you viewers at home, if you are new to the game, if you win the toss and choose to defer, that means you are giving the opposite team the choice to start the game. Monticello chose to receive, and that means we will get the choice at the beginning of the second half, which usually, if our players do it right, they will choose to receive in the second half. We have got Dylan Fonsbeck ready to kick off. Rob, Coach Leifson said himself, special teams in 8-man is very tricky and a little bit frightening because of matchups. So here we go with the return. He is going to go out of bounds, resulting in a flag.
And you know what, Bradley? I don't think that's such a bad thing because I don't know if I want to see Carter Rogers or Black running that thing back into the house.
Yep. We will let them. I assume they will accept that penalty and take the ball at the 35. Is that what we're going to? We also do not have – yep, they did accept it. Okay, so Monticello will start on offense. Just a reminder, this is 8-man, so we got Monticello with 4 on the line in shotgun. Tavin Black with the quarterback, Jaden Kais with a receiver to his left. He's going to give that ball. There he is. We're going to say his name a lot today. Tavin Black with a short gain. The Rebels rallied the ball well there.
Yeah, I think Drake Weston, number 23, Hudson Perry, number 28, Samuel Leifson, number 3 on the stop. Looks like he picks up about maybe 1.
Yep, that's the ideal. Coach Corney, our defensive coordinator, that's exactly what he is hoping for most of this game. Now we've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right in terms of receivers. They are going to drop back to pass, throwing down the middle. It is just incomplete. Good coverage by Jet Holmes on the play along with Hudson Perry.
Jackson Kais is the quarterback. He's a junior, Bradley, and he's a pocket passer. I think one of the big things that the Rebels are going to need to do is get some pressure on him in the passing game, because if he has as much time as he had last week against the military academy, he can throw a great ball.
Yeah, the fact that they went to the air on second down rather than going back to Tavin Black makes me say that they are confident in their throwing. I'm sure we'll see a lot of it today. All right, same set, 2 to the left, 1 to Kai's right with Tavin Black to side, a play action, going deep. Oh, he has got a man. Ooh, okay.
Busted up by number 23, Drake Weston, from his linebacker slot.
He had a step on him. That was a great spot. But, yeah, that was a linebacker-receiver matchup there, which happens often in 8-man, obviously, with those matchups. He did have a step. That was a good throw. Great play by Drake Weston there in the secondary. And we will have Drake Weston back to return this punt.
Looked like the ball was just a little bit underthrown, Bradley.
Yep, just a little bit underthrown, and that will result in a 4th down. And we got number 21, John Labor, a sophomore, punting back to, as I said, Drake Weston for Rich. Rich bringing the house. That is a low kick. I imagine Weston's just going to let this one be downed, which he will. Okay, the Rebels will take over about their own 30-yard line, going the other way.
Well, that's just what you want your defense to do when you decide to defer on the coin toss, Bradley. They take it, and Monticello 3 and out, and here goes the Rebel offense.
Yep, that was perfect. We are keen on Tavin Black today. He just gained a yard on that drive. The other 3 plays were short yardage or incomplete passes. Can't ask for more. So now we've got Rich coming to the line. Coach Larson loves to load up that line, and that is what he's doing here. We have got 5 down linemen. Hoffman lone back in the shotgun. He's got Weston and I believe Perry on his other side. We're going to go a quarterback draw. He's going to the left. Oh, Monticello is there. 3 men. He gets taken back behind the line. If you're Coach Anderson, cannot ask for a better start for your defense.
Number 8, William Rogers, a junior, made the first initial hit.
So that'll put us back. A loss of 2 on that play. We will see that play a lot today, though. Coach Larson usually not afraid to go back to a play even if it doesn't work the first time. Hoffman being one of our best runners, we'll see that play a lot today. So we got second down, 2nd and 12. Once again, Rich has 5 linemen. Hoffman sending Weston in motion to his left. Hoffman is now alone back. Here we go again. Quarterback power. This time it looks to gain yards. Hoffman cutting back up the middle. About a gain of what, Rob, 3 or 4 there?
Well, plus the 2 they lost, so I'll give him 6 yards on that one, Bradley.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got a 3rd and about 7 here for the Rebels. Very aggressive Monticello defense so far in this game.
Yeah, you'll see that quarterback draw. Carter had about 22 carries in that opening game against Gunnison Valley. Obviously, last week against Altamont, not that much because most of the varsity starters were done after the first quarter.
Okay, we have Weston very wide to the left, Perry to the right, and we're going to go quarterback power again. This time he is going to the right. It's going to take a whole committee to take him down, which they will. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's a 4th down, Rob.
Yeah, number 0, Cameron Carpenter, who is a senior, and he's got some good size, Bradley. He did not want to let go of Carter.
So we have a net gain of 0 since we're back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a 4th down for the Rebels. We have, I believe, Dylan Fonsbeck back to punt. And I apologize to our listeners with this sun. It is kind of hard to see numbers, but it looks like Monticello has number 13, Carter Rogers, a senior, back to receive for Monticello. Well, Rob, if I'm basing it off these last 2 possessions, we have a dogfight on our hands, a defensive dogfight at that. Ball is snapped, good snap, clear punt, and we got a fair catch by Rogers. He will let it bounce, and we will be down, and we will take over. Monticello at their own 33-yard line. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small
Kai's back to pass over the middle, incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 15 on the play.
And no surprise that he's trying to find Carter Rogers, a senior, and Carter Grow out of the linebacker spot with the coverage, Bradley.
Okay, so that'll bring up, once again, a 3rd and 15. And once again, we have a defensive dogfight on our hands here in Monticello. Kai's is back. He's got backs on either side of him. And then he's got 2 receivers on either side. A bit of a spread offense here. Play action. He is going. He is scrambling to his right. He'll be eaten up there. Hudson Perry steps up for the tackle there. A gain of maybe 1 on the play. That brings up a 4th down and about 14, I'd say.
Well, another 3 and out, Bradley.
Yep, another 3 and out. We'll see what Rich can do. Offensively, we've got Weston back again to receive.
The Rebels nearly got to the punt last time.
And they almost do again, but the punter is down. We will see if anything gets called there. Weston will let them down it. I do not believe we have a penalty on that play. Okay, that'll bring up a first down for the Rebels going the other way from about their own 45-yard line.
Well, the Rebels started on their own 30 last time, so an improvement. Yeah.
And we apologize to viewers. That sun is right directly in the line of the camera. We hope that will improve once that sun goes down the mountains. But lucky for you, we are going to be so descriptive that you don't even need to see the video over the next few minutes. Okay, we got Hoffman back in the gun. 4 down linemen. He's got Weston to his right. Smith to his right. He's actually 5 down linemen. We got an option to the right. Hoffman with the keeper with about a gain of 4 on the play. That is Hoffman's 4th carry of the game. He's got 4 yards because of the losses and gains. We're back up to 4 yards total. Same formation here. We got 5 down. We've got Hoffman in the back with Weston to his right, a receiver to the right. We're going option right again. This time he pitches it to Weston, who has a lane, got a first down, and then some. That will be a first down for the Rebels. Gain of about 12 on the play there. That was a perfectly executed option by Hoffman there. He made the defender commit, made his decision. He had Weston with that pitch relation, led to a 12-yard gain there.
And the Rebels now on the 37 of the Buckaroos.
And this is what you got to do in a game like this. It just takes one big play to get things going, and we'll see what we do here. We've got 5 down. Weston to the right of Hoffman. We got a quarterback power to the right. Weston lead blocker. Only a gain of about 1 there. They are prepared for that quarterback power so far in this game.
Tavin Black on the tackle.
Tavin Black, he will contribute on both sides of the ball just like he did there. And we have got a 2nd and 8 coming up for the Rebels here. So we have got Hudson and Smith to the left, 5 down linemen, and then Hoffman in the gun. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Rich. We will take a break. That is a timeout, Rich. We'll be back. This is a T7 Propane production brought to you by KUTV, part of the My Local Radio family. We'll be back after this.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
We are back. Rob, I was kind of chuckling. I said KUTV as we went out. That's when you know you grew up watching too much sports, when you have that ingrained in your mind.
Yeah, you didn't say ESPN, but probably get in trouble for saying that anyway.
Yeah. Okay, we got 5 down linemen. Hoffman in the gun with Perry to his left, and they're going to do an option again. Hoffman with the keeper. That will be a gain of about 3 on the play. Rob, we've got about 3rd and 6 coming up here.
Well, we talked in the pregame show, Bradley, about maybe flying the friendly skies, but it's been all run so far.
Yep, we've got Hoffman with 6 carries so far with a total of 8 yards, and Weston with 1 carry for 12 yards. So we got 3rd and 6 here. Maybe this is where we go to the air, as we've got Daniel Smith to the left, Weston to the right, 5 down linemen, Hoffman in the gun. Yep, we are going to the air here. Hoffman back to pass. He's being pressured. Incomplete pass. He was trying for Daniel Smith there. Rob, are we in 4 down territory here? This is kind of one of those iffy situations.
Monticello started on their own 35 and their own 30, their own 33. So if you gave them the ball right here, it's not bad field position. I say you go for it.
Well, and they tricked me on that one. I saw Fonsbeck coming in, but he is going in for a receiver. So we've got receivers on either side of Hoffman, 5 down linemen. Here we go. He is back to pass, looking at his options. He's got a man deep, and that'll be an incomplete. Monticello will take over. Well, if you like defense, you are enjoying this game, and I'm one of those guys. I appreciate good defense, and that's what's happening here. It is a chess match between Coach Larson and Coach Anderson up to this point.
Well, and the passing game is one of Monticello's strengths, but they have not been yet to complete a pass, Bradley.
Yep, that's true.
But that's the broadcaster's jinx, so here you go.
That's right. And I want to bring up, they have brought in number 0, Cameron Carpenter. He is a big kid. He is in at fullback. He's going to lead block. The ball's on the ground, I believe. Who we got there?
Monticello.
Monticello. Okay, so Monticello recovers their own fumble. We are now, that was a loss of about 3 on the play. We will, if you're the Rebels, you will take that all day. But they are bringing in Carpenter again. That kid, he can fire off very fast for how big he is. He's going to be a very valuable lead blocker for them today in this game and throughout the season.
Kais recovers his own fumble.
So we've got 2nd and 12. We've got a toss to the left with Black. He has got a lane out of bounds. That is a gain of, I would say, about 7.
Hard to see in that shadow, Bradley, but
yep, that was a good run. He had Carpenter as his lead blocker around the left end. We will see that play multiple times today. That was, if they didn't have that loss of down on that fumble, they're very close to a first down at this point. But right now we have 3rd and 7 to go for the Buckaroos.
It's like he stepped out of bounds a little earlier than we thought.
Yep, he did. That's true. So we've got Kais under center. He's going to play action to Black. Black is going out for a pass, and that's who he's going for. He's got a man, and he catches it. He's going to the 30, the 20, finally brought down by Perry at the 10-yard line. Rob, that is a good play. So if you saw there, he did a play action to Black, Carpenter leading him, and he did not just get lost in the box there. He went out streaking down the sideline. Luckily for the Rebels, Perry stayed with him, but, man, that was a good pass by Jackson Kais. It was right on the money.
That was right on the money, and he caught him in stride. Unfortunately, the sun blocked him out as soon as he caught it, but
yes, we are first down for the Buckaroos down on the Rebel 10-yard line. They're going to give it to Black again up the middle, and he will be stopped. Maybe 1 yard gain on the play. So what do you think, Rob? Was that about let's see, I'm just putting the yardage together, 30-yard pass on that one to Black?
That's what I'll give him. Okay. My math isn't very good.
Well, I like to round up. I'll round up on that one. And then on that last play, we had Black about a gain of 1 on the play. The Rebels are doing well containing up the middle. It is the only gains that have happened are around the outside and obviously that long pass that just occurred. So we have a 2nd and 9. We've got Kais in the gun now. He's got 2 to his left, receiver to his right with Black just next to him. And he will give to Black around the outside where he'll be, it takes 3 or 4 Rebels to take him down. He is a tough runner. That may be enough for the first.
We talked about it in the pregame show, Bradley. When you are playing 8-man and somebody does not make that initial hit, it is a bonus of 5 or 6 yards.
Yep, he's a big kid. That's going to be something that they're going to keep going back to. That does lead to a first down for Monticello.
First and goal from the 4.
First and goal, yep. First and goal from the 4. The Rebels are going to have to stand tall here in the back, with the goal line to their backs. Okay, we have 2 backs in the backfield behind Kais with a receiver to the left and right. A little misdirection there, and the Rebels snuff it out just fine. So there will be a bit of a loss on the play. Loss of 2. So we are still 2nd and goal, but a little bit further out. That was a good stop by the Rebel defense. And I believe that was Jaden Kamako that was the ball carrier on that play.
Hard to see the Rebels that made the tackle on that, Bradley.
Yeah, it looked like a committee of Rebels led by Boston Jolly right up there in the middle. So, again, we have split backs on either side of Kais. I hope they're going to make the Rebels jump off sides. That will give them a 5-yard automatic gain.
Well, it'll be half the distance to the
goal. Half the distance. Thank you, Rob. And it looks like Coach Anderson's going to talk to Kais here to bring in the play. So we are sitting second, close to the goal. We'll see if the Rebels can hold them here. We have got 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Monticello looking to strike first late in the first quarter. This has been a game of defense, but both have made strides down the sideline. Monticello very close to making that first score here. In the gun, fakes the back. Oh, he's got a wide open receiver right in the end zone. That is a touchdown by Monticello. Once again, a well drawn up play. Fake it to Black to the right. The defense is going to bite on that because that is their stud. Leaves a wide open receiver right there at the opening of the end zone, which I believe was Carter Rogers, who he was on the score sheet last week at least one time. So keep an eye on him as well.
Now, I'm not sure what Monticello's philosophy was last week, Bradley, with the military academy, but they did go for the PAT. They were 1 of 7.
Really? Okay. That's an interesting stat.
I'm interested to see if they will continue to try to do that or whether they'll go for 2.
Okay, so that was a muff. We stopped that, but that still brings us Monticello 6, Rich 0. We will go to a commercial break here. We'll be back. 2:16 left in the first quarter.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
We are back. I am fixing the score here. If you listen to last week's game, I also was getting my butt kicked by the scoreboard, so we will get that figured out. Monticello with the kick. Weston and Perry back to receive. Perry with a bit of a muff, picks it up okay. He's fast. He's got a gain almost back to the 50-yard line. Okay, the Rebels will take over about the 50-yard line. Let's see if they can get some points on. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
That drive was about a 6-play drive, Bradley, with the 30-yard pass from Kais to Carter Rogers, and then finished off with the 1-yard pass for the touchdown. And he was all by himself. I'm not sure who was supposed to be on coverage on that one, but
like I said, that was definitely a well-drawn-up play on Monticello's part. So you have Hoffman in the gun with Perry to his right, Weston in the slot, Smith wide, Fonsbeck to the left wide. Hoffman in the gun, looking. He has got Fonsbeck going across the middle. Great gain. 8-yard gain by Fonsbeck, complete. Hoffman to Fonsbeck, about an 8-yard gain on the play.
And it looks like those black jerseys with those numbers are tough, but it looks like it might have been Jackson Kais with the stop. Hoffman's first completed pass.
Yep, first completed pass to Fonsbeck. That was a nice one around the middle. Hoffman up the middle. That will be enough for a first down and then some. Great run by Hoffman. A gain of about 8 on the play. That'll be enough for the first down. So, again, we are having a mix-up with our score here. It's actually Monticello 6, Rich nothing at the moment.
Carter Rogers, number 13 on the stop there, Bradley.
Okay, the Rebels will start over with a fresh set of downs. We got bunches left with a lone receiver to the right. Hoffman in the shotgun. Take the snap, quarterback power to the left. Great blocking by line and the backs. That'll be enough for a first down. Gain of 11 on the play for Hoffman. That was a great set of blocking by both line and backs there, Rob.
I agree, and this is something that's a little bit different for Rich, in the 8-man setup is that they have 5 down linemen. I don't know if anybody else does that in the league.
Well, I will say, Coach Larson being a lineman himself and a great one in that, he appreciates the importance of the line here. As we see, we are loaded up front again. Bunch is right. We have Aiden Weston to the left, who's actually wearing 21 today. A bit of a jersey mishap. We have Carter rolling to the right. He's got a man. Was he there early? Nope, that was just good defense. So we'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the play.
Don't ask my opinion on that one, Bradley. I think he got a little bit of bump in the back early, but glad to see that we are using the passing game, because I think it is something that the Rebels do well.
Yep, we have a balanced attack so far. Definitely been more successful on the ground, but you have to have a good passing game to make the running game work. We are bunches right with Fonsbeck to the left. Hoffman, we are passing again. Hoffman short to Weston, incomplete, but we do have a flag on the play. That was a very close. I thought defensively he was there in the right amount of time. We'll see what we call there.
I think they're going to catch Jaden Camacho, number 18, on the pass interference. Second penalty on the Buckaroos for the game.
And for all you anxious viewers at home, I figured out the scoreboard. It is correct now. I think we'll just have this be a tradition that Bradley screws up on the scoreboard at least once a game.
Well, wait till we get to volleyball, Bradley. Then you're going to have even more fun. And basketball is a whole different situation,
Yeah,
too.
Luckily, we have some time to practice. All right, that was a pass interference, so that will give the Rebels a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, very near the goal line. Bunches right, Fonsbeck to the left, 4 down linemen. We are going quarterback power to the left, and that will be enough for a touchdown, I believe. Yes, touchdown.
He's gotten this in the corner. Unfortunately, our camera doesn't give that much angle.
Well, it was awesome. It was a great run. So we have Carter Hoffman with a touchdown, making it to the very corner of the end zone. So there, Rob, we did something a little bit different. We had bunches to the right, Fonsbeck lone to the left. Usually we're going to the right with those quarterback powers, but we went to the left there. I believe that played a factor, but enough to give the Rebels a tying score.
Carter Hoffman's 6th, the rushing touchdown of the season.
Okay, so we will have Fonsbeck for the point after to give the Rebels a lead here. Snap is low. Can he get it hold off? I believe that is through. Great job by Hoffman with the hold there, because that was a low snap, but he recovered well. We are up. Rebels 1, go up 1 here. So it is Rich 7, Monticello 6. We will go to a break here. We've got 8 seconds left in the quarter. We'll be back after this.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
We are back. Rebels to kick. That's Fonsbeck with the kick. Back to Black. Oh, he has got a lane. He has got a lane. We will see if the Rebels can get there. And Jack Wakefield stops him at the 50-yard line. That is a big touchdown-saving tackle by Jack Wakefield to end our second quarter. And that, as I say, that will bring the end to the first quarter. We have got a dogfight here, Rob. Rebels 7, Monticello 6.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered, or the billing is coming straight through.
That's right. So we will be back after this break. This is a T7 propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ, all part of the My Local Sports Network.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity. during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
We are back. Rob, we were just talking. In 8-man, is it smarter just to kick it out of bounds? I mean, those kickoffs are hard to defend, as we've got Kais with a quarterback keeper with a big loss on the play. Daniel Smith with a great play from defensive end there.
Yep, and that is kind of the good size of a defensive end. He is tall and he is quick.
And that is a big loss on the play.
It looked like there was a little bit of a mix-up on the handoff as well, Bradley.
So it may have been a broken play there. Either way, a loss of 9 for the Buckaroos. That is a big way to start the second quarter. He's got a man coming over, 18, Jaden Camacho. Kais is back in the gun, rolling back. Ooh, he gunned that to number 13, Carter Rogers.
Yeah, a little bit too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, he's got a good arm. And that is a tough throw to make. That out route with a guy right on his heels is a very tough throw to make for a high school quarterback, and hats off to our defender there being right on him.
About 2 for 6 in the ball game, Kais?
Yep, that's what I've got. But that big one did hurt us that he did have. Okay, we've got 3rd and long for the Buckaroos. 1 to the right. We are dropping back to pass. He's got a man down the middle. Good coverage by Jet Holmes there to bring up a 4th and long. I imagine the Buckaroos will punt here. And that first play was very costly for the Buckaroos on that drive.
Yeah, Daniel Smith, number 16, makes the sack. We talked earlier in the pregame, Bradley. If you give Kais that much time, he's going to be too comfortable. We need that pressure to try to mix up that passing game.
Yep, he's a little too comfortable back there. Luckily, our secondary had great coverage there. So we've got a 4th and long punting here. We've got Weston back to receive. Oh, and it touches him. Okay, so we had a muffed punt there, meaning that it went through the receiver's hands. Luckily, Weston was able to recover there instead of that being a costly turnover right in front of the Monticello end zone. So the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So we've got a lot of field to work with. Fresh quarter, plenty of time. But the Monticello defense has proven very strong tonight, just as the Rebels defense has. Once again, we are showing a 4-man front. We've got doubles left, Hoffman in the gun, and Smith to the right as the lone receiver in the gun. Snap is back. Hoffman's rolling to the left. Oh, he had Perry. Perry drops it. That would have been a 4 or 5 yard gain. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Just a little rollout there, Bradley, and hit Hudson right in the hands.
Yep, that was just like Monticello had on their end. I think we still have first half jitters going on, especially after a muffed punt. A lot of times everyone is on edge for that very next play. So we'll see if we recap here and are just fine. So we've got 3 down linemen here. We have got 4 receivers and Hoffman lone in the backfield. We're going to see a quarterback power here or a traditional pass play, which that is what it is. He is scrambling. Monticello took advantage of that 3 lineman front. They brought 4. That's a tough thing to deal with as lineman and as a quarterback.
I'm trying to see the number on the tackle, Bradley, but unfortunately orange on black is not easy.
I believe it was Tavin Black on that play that got through, yep. At least he was celebrating.
Okay.
So I do assume that it was Tavin Black on that one.
I also saw 21 John Lieber, the sophomore, maybe on that one as well.
Yep, it was done by committee. So we've got Hoffman under center with Hudson behind, doubles to the right. We've got an option to the right. Hoffman's going to keep, cut back. We'll see if he has a lane. Hoffman tries to make the most of what he was given there for a gain of about 6 on the play. Unfortunately, that will still bring up a 4th and 7 for the Rebels.
And I do believe you're going to have to put this one in the air, Bradley.
Yep, it looks like Fonsbeck's coming back to punt this one away. And we have 13 Carter Rogers back to receive. That was a good play by Hoffman. It was just unfortunate that we were sitting at a 3rd and about 14 there, so it was hard to gain the ground there. Punt, a nice punt going back. He is just going to that almost touched a Monticello number 8. William Rogers, and he is going to hear it from his sideline. That is the golden rule. You get away from any of those close punts that happen there, but we all do it. That we've all been there. We are kind of concentrated on the guy we're running downfield with. Monticello will take over on their own 40. Let's see, where are we at? On our almost their own 50, 47-yard line. So
I gave him the 48.
48
that is
yard
the 47.
Line. So we've got a great boxing match still going on here. 7-6, 9:34 left in this first half. Kais is back with Black to his left, 2 receivers to the right. He sends Rogers in motion. Read option. Do we get there? And he will be. Great job by the Rebels defense led by Drake Weston and Jet Holmes to make that tackle. We have a loss of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Buckaroos.
Multiple options on that handoff, Bradley, and that's what's causing a little bit of a challenge for the Rebels, I think, but they did snuff that one out.
Yeah, it looked like a what they call an RPO, read pass option. We're going to go off sides there.
Jordan Johnson a little anxious.
So for the second time this game, Monticello does draw the Rebels off sides, which will result in a 5-yard penalty. So now we've got 2nd and 8 for the Buckaroos. That's a big penalty because we had them with a loss. Now they have a generous 2nd and 8 to work with.
Right at midfield, right on the 50-yard line as the nose of the football lays there.
I am surprised they have not gone back to Tavin Black on those pitches to the outside. That seemed to be gaining some yards here. We'll see what they do. We've got Kais alone in the backfield. A quick pass, outside shoulder of Rogers. He was open. If he throws that to the inside, Rogers is catching that with a possible gain on the play.
Which brings up a 3rd and 8 right at midfield.
So 3rd and 8, Monticello right at the middle of the field. I imagine they pass here again. Once again, I am surprised that Tavin Black has not been given the ball more in these situations, but we will see what they do here. Bunches to the right, one to the left. Kai's in the backfield, and he is going deep. He has a man. He had Rogers. That went right through his hands. That was a good throw. And the Rebels know it. The Rebels know that they looked out there.
Yeah, Coach Lex Cordia, the defensive coordinator on the side for the Rebels, is getting his exercise, that's for sure, running up and down that sideline.
Yeah, I think Coach Cornea loves having a bit more room to run than in basketball. He would absolutely do that in basketball too. Okay, so we have a 4th and 8. Oh, he muffs the punt. Here we go. Are they going to call that? Yep, face mask. So the Buckaroos did muff the punt. The punter muffed that snap. Rebels had a chance to have a huge tackle for a loss, but we have a penalty here. The Monticello faithful are asking for a face mask. We will see what gets called here.
Looks like Easton Eborn using a little bit of too much muscle. You may get him on a horse collar, Bradley.
Yeah, whenever a player is being taken down. Sorry, I'm just trying to listen here. So we have a discussion here. This will be an interesting call. It happened very quickly. As I say, we are on the Monticello side, and it was a unanimous vote that was a face mask. We will see what happens. This is a huge call. If they are waving that off. Okay. Well, tonight at the hotel, we will rewatch that and see if that was a face mask, but rightly so, the Monticello faithful are not happy about that, as that is a huge play, because that would have swung it to Monticello keeping the ball with a gain, but now Rich will take over on the Monticello 38-yard line. We have Hoffman and Perry in the backfield looking to Coach Larson for guidance. We're going to move Perry to the slot, so now Hoffman is a lone quarterback with doubles on each side. Good snap. We are throwing, scrambling here. Oh, he's got Black in the air. Oh, he gets it off to Fonsbeck. Wow, what a play by Hoffman. He was airborne and completes that. Not a huge gain, but he avoids a huge loss on that potential sack.
Tackle made by number 18, Jaden Camacho, as that was a little bit helter-skelter there.
Yeah, that was a gain of 3, but it felt like a gain of 30 with how much effort that was put into that by Hoffman. Great job on that. So we've got doubles to the right. Smith is out onto the left. Lone back is Perry with Hoffman in the backfield. We're going to go a quarterback power to the left. They sniff it out again. No gain on the play. Probably a loss of 1.
And you can credit, well, it looks like number 7, but I don't have a 7 on the depth chart. Maybe it's 13. They got into the backfield to cause some confusion there for Carter.
Yep, Monticello has that quarterback power figured out pretty well. They've done their homework. They know Hoffman's a great player. They're keen in on him. We've got 3 down linemen here. Trips to the right, which is Smith, Perry, Weston, and Fonsbeck to the left. Hoffman lone in the shotgun. We will see if Monticello, nope, they're not. Oh, we have flags right off the bat. Oh, a great pass to Smith, but is this coming back? Great pass there to Smith. He hit him in stride, but we have a penalty right off the snap.
I'm going to say false start.
Yeah, we got a false start on the Rebels, so that will be coming back.
Caught Daniel right in stride.
Oh, that was a great throw. Great throw. Great protection by the line that time. The Monticello secondary dropped back, which makes that throw even more impressive. I mean, they had linebackers and DBs, and dropping back, they only brought 3 to match our 3 blocking up front. But unfortunately, we are sitting at 3rd and 13. So, Rob, I will just say I am a little bit surprised at this score at this point in the game. I thought there would be a little bit more scoring here, but, man, this has been a defensive battle, and I need to we're in the second quarter. So we are 6 minutes, 42 seconds here in the second quarter.
Looks like the wind is picking up a little bit. Bradley, we're going to call a timeout and talk this one over.
Okay. Rich with the timeout. We'll be back. This is a T7 propane presentation of the 2024 Rebels Varsity Football on My Local Radio. Listening on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Radio network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back here in Monticello. Rebels with a 3rd and 13 on the Monticello 47. Oh, we are going to have a counter to Weston. Spin move, running hard. He is going. Ball is on the ground, I believe out of bounds, though. That will be a gain. I think we are still about 3 yards short, so that was a gain of 10 on the play with Weston. That is his second carry, 22 total yards in the ball game so far.
And 4 down territory, Bradley. The Rebels not even hesitating.
Yep, they are in a hurry-up offense. We have Hoffman under center. Coach likes the quarterback sneaks. Great read by Hoffman to take that to the outside. That will be well enough for the first down.
Inside the 20, back in the red zone.
So that was about a gain of 12 on the play. So usually, Rob, yeah, you would think quarterback sneak, we are just going to get it up the gut. But I'm glad that Hoffman thought to go to the left. That was a pretty jam-packed box that he had in front of him.
And I would say that shows Carter's experience, Bradley, because there have been times in the past where he may not have made that read.
Yep, that was a great read, and now we have a fresh set of downs with Hoffman and Perry in the backfield, Weston Smith to the right, Fonsbeck to the Aiden Weston to the left. That is a pitch to Perry. He has got a lane, acrobatic into the end zone. Hudson Perry with the touchdown. That is a great run, great effort by the sophomore.
And unfortunately, we get the screen on press box, but he did make it in, trust me.
We apologize to our viewers. The way this window is set up, any touchdown that happens in that very corner of the end zone is not going to be picked up. But I will describe to you what was a great effort by Perry. He got the pitch to the right. He had 2 defenders that he got through, hurdled over one diving defender and into the end zone. So the Rebels will now go for 2 here. 2-point conversion attempt. Hoffman under center. Leifson and Weston in the backfield. He'll give to Weston up the middle. Barrels forward with Leifson leading the way. That will be just short. Just short. So that will bring us to 13-6 in the favor of the Rebels here in the second quarter. And that is, we have about 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go in this quarter.
I think the philosophy behind that, Bradley, was if you convert on the 2-point conversion, it makes it 15-6, so it's a 2-score game.
Yep, exactly. So that would have been nice to have. We still will take the lead going at this point. So defensively, you hope that – I feel like Monticello, they are always just one big play away from breaking one.
Like we said in the pregame show, they had 5 over 40-yard plays, including a 76-yarder, if I remember right.
Yeah, and Rob, we were talking at the break. It is very impressive how good Monticello is this year. They lost, did you tell me, 10 seniors?
10 last
seniors.
Year.
So they do not call this a rebuild. They have just reloaded with Tavin Black and the supporting cast of Rogers and Kais. This has been an impressive team. 13-6, 5:44 left in the half. Fonsbeck will kick back to Black. And he's going to kick it short to Rogers, who will field that. And he's going opposite side. He is breaking tacklers left and right. He's got Leifson to save that. Leifson forces him out about the 51-yard line on the other side of the field.
And I'm going to say it again, Bradley. I don't know if it's so bad to kick it out of bounds and let him take it on the 35.
Statistically in this game, you absolutely would be better off kicking it out of bounds. So that will be something I'm sure Coach Larson and his staff discuss as we have 2 8-man games left this regular season, plus a 9-man game if you count Big Piney. But that is something to definitely consider in these 8-man games. Kai's in the backfield with Black to his left, doubles to the left. He will pull that from Black, zips it to Rogers for a gain of 8. That was a great throw.
And Drake Weston, number 23, right on his hip as soon as he caught that. And that was a good fake on the run.
Yep, that was great coverage. So once again, they are using Tavin Black as a decoy so far in this second quarter. Kai's in the backfield with Tavin Black behind him. A player to the left in the slot. They will give to Black here, running hard. Will that be enough for the first? We will see where they spot. I think he is just short on that.
Looks like Jet Holmes, number 6, on the stop.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. So that was about a gain of 6 by Black on that play. Okay, 3rd and short. You do have a power runner. You've got 2 to the right, one of them being Rogers, who's been a great target. Kai's in the shotgun with 3 down linemen. They will look to their sideline. They tried to draw us off there. So we have learned from our past mistakes. The Rebels stay disciplined. Giving it to Black to the side. Oh, that is a pancake block. And then Perry comes up for the loss. That is a big tackle there. Man, what a block by their tackle there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who got the pancake block to put him into Black's field of vision and the direction he was trying to run.
So Monticello's right tackle did his job. He pancaked our defensive end, but Hudson Perry luckily makes a great play from safety. He flew up, so that was a loss of 2 on the play, which brings up a 4th and 4 for the Buckaroos, and they are going to go for it here. Kai's in the backfield with 4 receivers, one of which is going in motion. Oh, that was a double pass. Weston picks it up. He is going for the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He is taking it back, man. Okay, that was a great play. So, Rob, we had I think a double reverse that they were going to pass out of. They fumble that second handoff. Weston catches it on the bounce and takes it to the house. That was potentially a game-changing play there right before the half.
We haven't seen a lot of turnovers this year. A couple interceptions in that first game with Gunnison Valley, but that one, it was key. We didn't talk about turnovers in the pregame, but that is always huge.
And we talk about it, Rob, in our camp this year as we were talking to players. Most of the time when there's a fumble, you jump on that. You don't want to kick it away, but it bounced perfectly into Weston's arms. He's fast. He was gone. That was ideal situation as we try for the extra point here. Snap is good. Hold is good. And field goal is good. So that brings us – wow, what a big play that was. Okay, we've got the Rebels 20, Buckaroos 6. Huge play right before the half. We've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll be back after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back. Big play. Drake Weston with a, geez, how many? 50 yards.
Well,
yeah, 50
it was
yard
from
return.
the 50-yard line, but I think he got the ball at about the 40.
So a 50-yard fumble, recovery, and return. Now, we were just talking. Let's not let that go to waste with a return here. We are going to kick back to Black. He's going to take it on the bounce. Going to his left. We have our coverage there. Wasden, great coverage there. Great contain. Committee of Rebels keeps him. Okay. They will, once again, we're taking it from the 35-yard line, right around that territory. Monticello will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you can have him start from the 35-yard line on the kick, I don't see there's anything wrong with kicking that out of bounds.
Right. And so you did notice there our kick team, our contain guys, which traditionally is the very outside guys, they did hang back, which is probably the good strategy here if you're going to kick it. So we have Kai's back with Black to his right. Rogers was to his left, now in motion. A give to Blacker on the left side. We got a penalty on the play. Gain of about 6, but we will see if that is coming back.
I'm wondering if maybe we just inadvertent face mask on that one.
On the
we got a
handoff.
hold on the offensive line.
So a hold on Monticello that will push them back 5 yards to bring a 2nd and 15, I believe, coming up.
About the 4th penalty on the Buckaroos. I'm losing my stats. Too much going on, Bradley.
That was an exciting last drive.
Yep.
Yeah, that was picking up a fumble and taking it 50 yards is a rare thing that occurs in this sport. But it happened. We got excited. We'll try to get our stats back up to date. So we've got Kai's. They're whistling that we're ready to go. Kai's in the backfield, fumbling with the football. His guy doesn't see it. He had a guy in double coverage, though. So that was good coverage by Weston and Holmes. He was looking for, I believe that was number 1, Tommy Morrison, who we have not seen a lot out of so far, but he did not look back for the ball, and it was kind of interesting. The snap was bobbled by.
Yeah, I was going to say Jackson kind of flipped that around in his hands a couple times before he got his fingers comfortable to throw that one.
Yep, he was trying to find the laces on that, and it did knock off the timing a little bit. So 2nd and long for the Buckaroos here. We've got just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Kai's back in the gun, sending Rogers in motion. He is going that. Oh, he's got a wide open guy. Okay, that was a misdirection, play action that left
Tommy Morrison.
Yep, Tommy Morrison wide open.
Yeah, somebody in the linebacker core is getting a little bit of a shout out from Coach Cornea right now.
Yep, we completely bit on the misdirection there. Once again, Coach Anderson has some great plays drawn up. That was one of them. If he catches that,
he's gone.
Yeah, he is running for days. So we got Kai's in the backfield, Black to his left, and I believe we are going to have a timeout. Okay, Coach Anderson wants to talk about it. We will take a break. We'll be back. This is a T7 propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ, all part of the My Local Radio network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We are back here. Coach Anderson wanted to chat with his boys, and we are back. We have 3rd and long. So we have seen some open receivers. We are hoping that the Rebel defense there in the secondary will match up with their guys here. Once again, Kai's rolling to his right. Wow, right in traffic, he hits Rogers. I think he had 4 guys on him there. That was a great throw.
That was a good throw, and he waited for him to make the cut to the inside. He was well covered. Not quite enough for the first down, but 4th and maybe 3. Nope. 4th and 5.
Yep, right around there. We'll wait for that number stick. So, with Kai's being a left-handed quarterback, rolling to your right and making that throw was very impressive. That was a good throw. So that was about a throw of 10. Okay, so we've got Kai's back in the backfield. Rogers and Black to his right and left. 3 down linemen. Receivers to his right and left. Looks like we are audibling here from Monticello. Split backs. He tried for William Rogers on that play. Great coverage by Jet Holmes on that play.
That was, he's got some zip on that ball. That's got to be a tough one to catch.
So that was 4th down, so the Rebels will take over. 1st and 10 going the other way. Even if he catches that, that is very close to the sticks. I don't know if he gets that, but that was a zip on that throw, but the Rebels will take over. 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go. You got to think Coach Larson wants another score before going into the half.
I would say this would be your 2-minute offense, Bradley.
Yeah, I think we will see a hurry-up offense, and we see the spring in the Rebels' steps. They go to the line. Hudson in the backfield with Hoffman. Fonsbeck to the left. Smith and Weston to the right. 3 down linemen. Monticello may be bringing. They are showing blitz here. Hudson moves to the right. Option to the right. Perry keeps it. Enough for a first down there. So we had an option to the right. Hoffman pitches it wisely to Perry, which leads to a first down for the Rebels.
And stops the clock. With 1:51 to go in the half.
And here's your hurry-up offense you were referencing, Rob.
And the good news is, Bradley, you get the ball back to start the second half.
Correct. Like we said in the beginning, the Rebels deferred to start, so they will get the ball to start the half. A score here would be huge. We've got a quarterback keeper right up the middle, gain of about 5 on the play by Hoffman.
Looks like Tavin Black, number 30, on the stop.
Okay, so the Rebels will have a 2nd and 5 from the Monticello 20. We are in the gun. Leifson and Fonsbeck to the left. Option keeper by Hoffman. Runs into his own player, but I think we have enough for the first.
Yeah,
he bounced right off JJ there.
Yep, bumped right off Jadix Chandler, number 73.
That'll be enough for the first. We've got a minute 14 to go with the clock winding.
I think the Rebels have only used 1 timeout so far.
Yeah, I believe you're right. So we got 2 timeouts. We're driving under center here with Hudson in the backfield. Quarterback keeper again to the left. He is going. He has got a lane. I believe he will be in for the touchdown. Touchdown Rebels. Hoffman makes it in with just under a minute to go. That is a huge score for the Rebels. So, hurry-up offense. I would say very effective. Kept it on the ground the entire time, correct?
That is correct. All run.
Okay, so the Rebels trying to make it 28-6 here. We have our 2 quarterback system here, but we are going to go to a field goal here.
BAT.
Oh, sorry, thank you. PAT, Hoffman holding, Fonsbeck back to kick. This would make it 27-6. Good snap, good hold, and I believe through the uprights. That is good. The Rebels 27, Monticello 6. Rob.
Well, we talked about a 2-minute offense, Bradley, but unfortunately that was only 50 seconds. So that's going to leave a little bit of time on the clock for the Buckaroos. We'll see what they can come up with. Was there a penalty on that one?
I don't believe there was. I think that was on the last drive. It was a pretty clean drive.
No, I'm saying
on the last play.
On the PAT.
Yes, we did. Now that you say that. So
going to get a false start on the Rebels. We're going to have to try this one again.
Okay, so we will take that back to 26-6. The Rebels will retry that. We will see if we're a little further back now. I mean, Fonsbeck had the leg to do that quite easily.
Yeah, he could have kicked that from 30.
Okay, looks like we are going to try the extra point once again.
The Rebels trying to get the right personnel
and the ball.
To get the ball
That's
back.
how far the ball went. Took a second to get the ball back. So we are ready to go. We got some personnel questions here. Okay, so we got Weston snapping, Hoffman holding, Fonsbeck kicking. A little bit further out because of the penalty. Good snap, good hold. Ooh, I don't know if you made that one.
That one went wide right.
Okay, so the penalty does cost us that extra point. That will put the Rebels up 26-6. Just under a minute to go here in Monticello. Rob, how big was that fumble recovery? It seems like that kind of made things take a turn.
It was a momentum changer for sure, and my first thought when I saw the running back juggle that was there's not a very good chance that he's going to make that first down, but as soon as it went to the turf and you talked about it, you just got to go lay on that thing. But Drake was wise, picked it up, and he was off to the races.
Yep, it was definitely a perfect balance, and then we have that hurry-up offense that was textbook just now. With Hoffman leading the way. He had a great pitch to Perry. He had some keepers, especially that one that earned us the touchdown. So we are now kicking to the Buckaroos. This has been a common occurrence, which is great for Rich. Great for Rich today.
Yeah, Fonsbeck has gotten his leg nice and worked out, but again, with 50 seconds to go in the first half, I don't know if I want to put this in the hands of anybody.
Yeah, we will see here, and I will say that last time our coverage was a little bit better, so we may be working out kinks here. We got Fonsbeck back to kick.
We got a problem. We got to have a different football, I guess. Cooper Cornea, one of the assistant coaches, was out talking to one of the referees.
Kickers are a funny breed. They like their football that they kick and practice with.
And that may be because they went and got the wrong ball.
Right,
maybe they're going to give him a chance to redo this one.
So for our viewers at home, I know this is riveting. We are having a football malfunction, not of the Tom Brady variety, but we are just trying to get the right football here for Fonsbeck to kick, which I believe we do.
And they're not going to give him another try.
Okay, so here we go. Black is back to receive with Rogers in front of him for the Buckaroos. And we are just going to squib this thing. Yep, and rightly so. The Monticello receiver just downs it. They will have it at their own 41-yard line to start this drive with 54 seconds to go.
Skylar Peterson, number 20 for the Buckaroos, covers that up very wisely.
Was that a squib or an onside attempt?
I think that was a squib.
That's what I'm leaning towards.
But they're going to pick it up on the 40-yard line, which is 41 actually, which is a little bit short of a squib. It needs to go a little bit farther than that, Bradley.
Well, if we would have recovered that, that would have been the absolute cherry on top this half. But we will take what has happened so far up to this point. As Monticello comes to the line, 3 down linemen with Kais in the backfield. Black to his left, sending Rogers in motion. He is going to give to Rogers around the outside. He will make it out of bounds. That is, if you're going to run the ball with this much time left, that is what you have to do, is get out of bounds.
And Carter Girl, number 1, with the stop, takes him for a ride out of bounds. Little bulldog in there.
Gain of about 3 on the play there. So we have a stop clock. It is at 50 seconds. Once again, Rich 26, Monticello 6, trying to get on the board before the half. But the Rebel defense has proven to be quite the adversary today. We were about to see the big guy run the ball.
Yep.
Carpenter, that's who they went to on that. However,
there's an illegal procedure penalty on the Buckaroos.
Gotcha. So they are going to move them back. Interesting play call there, giving it to your big guy right up the middle with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what I was anticipating. With as good an arm that Kais has.
Right. Well, and that will lead to a second and about 13. Doing it again, giving it to Carpenter right up the middle. I guess they're just running out the clock here maybe.
And I'm not sure who's on the bottom of that pile. Looks like maybe Boston Jolly, number 55.
So the team's biggest guys get to meet on that play. But I've been really pleased with the Rebels' effectiveness up the middle today. There has not been much productivity when Monticello's moved the ball. It's either through the air or around the outside.
Yeah, the defense really stood up against Gunnison in that first game, and I think that may be one of the reasons why the Rebels are able to have some success this year. They're deep on defense.
And Monticello is just going to let that clock wind. Interesting. Okay, they had 50 seconds to go with a quarterback with a great arm, but they are going to decide to avoid any potential turnovers, and they will just take, well, they're going to take it down to 1 second with a timeout. Interesting. Okay, so we got 1 second left to go in the half. Rich 26, Monticello 6. Monticello takes a timeout here with a 3rd and long. Are they bombing it here?
Yeah,
okay.
With the ball's on the 40-yard line, so you got to go 60 yards to get to the end zone. My guess is either it's some sort of double reverse, or
we're going to see a trick play.
Kais is going to just air this one out.
Yep,
and if you're the Rebels, you got to pay attention to where the end zone is.
The only thing I can think of, if you're letting it wind down to 1 second, you don't want any potential for Rich to be able to do something if there's a turnover. But to take a timeout, you also are wanting to talk about it, so we may see a trick play here. If we see a kneel or a run up the middle, I'm going to be confused. But we will see what happens here.
It wouldn't be the first time for either one of us, Bradley.
That's right. There's strategy in all things. So we have got 3rd and 12 for Monticello. And you've got Kais coming to the sideline to talk with – I thought that was going to be the trick play, that he's going to talk to his coach at the sideline. But he's just going to be under center here with Carpenter as the fullback, Black is the running back. Just giving it to Carpenter up the middle with a gain of about 5 on the play, and that will wrap up this first half that has been in favor of the Rebels so far. So that will bring our first half to a close. Rich high, 26, Monticello 6. We will be back with our halftime show right after this.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
We are back to start our halftime show. We are going to introduce you to our standout student. I was able to speak with Brinley Hatch this week. Great interview with her, so we will turn the time over to her for the next few minutes.
I am here with Brinley Hatch as part of our standout student segment of our pregame show. Brinley, thank you for taking a second of your school day to chat with me for a few minutes.
Yeah, of course.
And for all of our listeners out there, especially our local Rich County listeners, Brinley is the daughter of Russell and Joel Hatch, also the granddaughter of Glade and Jane Hatch. Is that right?
Yes.
So, Brinley, you are fresh into a new school year. What is this, second week?
Yes, it is.
Second week.
Yep.
How are things going so far of your senior year?
Pretty simple. College classes just barely started, so I've pretty much just been TAing for kindergartners and going to seminary.
Nice. That is a good call on TAing the kindergartners. Is that never a dull moment?
Oh, yeah, it's always fun.
That's awesome. And who's the kindergarten teacher? Remind me.
Jackie Schultes.
That's right. Awesome. Very cool. And what college classes are you taking this semester?
Just a bunch for my general, so like family and chemistry. I'm taking some agricultural classes, so.
Nice. Are those all through Utah State?
They're through Snow.
Okay, cool. And for any listeners out there, most will know Rich High School has a really great program to help students get their associate's degree before they graduate, or at least a bunch of credits to take with them to their first year of college. So, Brinley, are you on track to get your associate's degree?
I am, yep.
Cool. Well, that is awesome. You'll be glad you did that. So I know that you've still got a very memorable senior year ahead of you, but what are your plans? Do you know what you're going to be doing after high school yet?
I think I'm going to go into dental assisting, but if not, then I'll have an associate's degree to fall back on. So that's my plan for now.
Cool. Awesome. So are there dental assisting programs in the state that you've looked at? Like, is that a 2-year program that you go and do?
Yeah, there's one in Kaysville that I've looked at for a little, and it's just kind of like 10 week of schooling and then 12 week of helping out in a dental office.
Awesome. So it's done through a tech program like Bridgeland then, correct?
Yes. Yep, it is.
That is a very smart thing to do. There's a lot of high school kids, college kids that are seeing the benefit of doing those trade schools. You can get right out into the workforce. So hats off to you on that.
Thanks.
Now, anyone who knows you knows that you're very big into sports. And so you're doing volleyball, basketball. Do you do track? I'm trying to remember.
No, I don't.
So springtime is where you're working on the ranch and doing other things then, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So volleyball, talk to me about, now I know that the first 2 games have been tough, but they've been against tough teams as well. So talk to me about your vision of the rest of the season, how you guys are planning on how it's going to go.
I think we're only going up from here. Our first game was pretty rough, and I think it's because we were so young and we're all really nervous about everything going on around us. And then the second game was a lot better. We came out really, really strong and had a really great game. And that was against a big school, too. So I think we're going to do pretty good.
You know, and that's what I've seen as well. You had a region rival that first game, which who knows whatever will happen in the first game, especially, like you said, when mostly everyone is new in terms of starting in a varsity game. And then you go and you take a school that's 2 to 3 times bigger classification-wise, and you take them to game 5. I think that's a great leap from that first game. So you've got Cokeville tournament this weekend, right?
Yes.
And I assume the Cokeville tournament is something you really enjoy because you've got family roots there, correct?
Yeah, everyone comes out. It's really fun. So.
Do you have any cousins your age that you'll be playing against by chance there?
I have a cousin from West Side that will be there that I'll be playing against, but none from Cokeville.
Just a lot of supporters in Cokeville is what it'll be. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, Brinley, I'm going to let you get back to class, but we're really excited for you. I'm excited to call those volleyball games this year. You might not want to listen too closely. I've seen a billion volleyball games, but my vocabulary and my way of doing the play-by-play is going to be really a learning curve. So bear with me. You can watch it on mute if you want. But I look forward to saying your name a bunch, and good luck this year. I'm sure we'll chat again before you graduate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brinley.
That was Brinley Hatch, standout student. That was a great interview. She's awesome. Best of luck to her and the Lady Rebels this weekend in Cokeville for the volleyball tournament.
It'd be nice if somebody was giving us a little bit of an update, Bradley, on those, but nobody's giving me anything.
You're not getting anything back yet.
Not getting anything.
I do know that we're playing Bear Lake tonight. We had 2 tough losses earlier today with Little Snake River and Star Valley. I also want to give out a shout-out. Rob, you brightened the screen. Look at that. That is awesome. We were going to be in the dark here pretty soon, but Rob figured it out. He's going to carry us all year technologically. So
yeah, I'm so bright my dad calls me son.
yeah. So we are in our halftime show. We are going to head to commercial. When we come back, we'll go over some statistics of the game, chat about the game up until this point. But this is a T7 propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football. Online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at t7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
We are back, halftime here in Monticello, Utah. Ridge High School 26, Monticello High School 6. Rob, let's go over some first half highlights, and first half stats.
Well, the first thing we saw, Bradley, was a couple 3-and-outs from both sides, and what we thought was going to be a shootout was a defensive battle. The Rebels turned it over on downs on their second possession, and the Buckaroos, with a 3-minute drive, capped with a 30-yard throw from Kais to Carter Rogers, and then a 3-yard throw from Kais to Rogers for the touchdown, put the Buckaroos up 6-0 with only 2:16 to go in the first quarter. But the Rebels have ran off 26 straight points. The first score for the Rebels coming from Carter Hoffman, a 16-yard run that made it 6-6, and the PAT from Dylan Fonsbeck, 7-6. Then Hudson Perry with a 20-yard run to make it 13-6. And then I think the play of the game, well, we won't count our chickens before they're hatched, Bradley, but fumble recovery, the line of scrimmage was the 50, and Drake picked it up about the 42-yard line of Monticello and took it to the house, and that made it 19-6. The PAT 20-6, and then Carter Hoffman. We had 2 minutes to go in the half. 2-minute offense ran perfectly. They only took a minute, and Carter Hoffman with a 13-yard run. The PAT was unsuccessful, so the Rebels are up 26-6 at the end of the first half. Rebels have 10 first down, and the Buckaroos only 3. 20 rushes for the Rebels for 139 yards. Here's the stat of the game, I think, Bradley. The Monticello Buckaroos, a -1 in the rushing category. They do have 68 yards through the air, and we talked about getting the Rebel offense going through the air a little bit. Only 10 yards through the air. That was a nice pass to Daniel Smith at one point. Unfortunately, had a procedure penalty on the Rebels.
That's right, and it's hats off to Coach Cornea's defense to have a running back on the other side like Tavin Black to hold them to. Did you say -1 yards?
-1 yards
okay,
is what a shout out to our statistician Colin Pace.
No, I believe it. There have been some decent gains, but also those quarterback sacks, anything taking them back behind the line of scrimmage, and we've had a lot of those. Going back to that fumble recovery and return by Weston, at that point in the game, it was still a one-possession game. We were up by a score, and Drake taking that back to the house made it a two-possession score. And for the half, at least, that took the wind out of Monticello's sails. So very big play there. Carter, he is running the ball hard. 16 rushes, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he is a very reliable player. Those quarterback draws, quarterback powers, however you want to label those, have been effective. We've ran, 16 of them. One of those rushes was that quarterback sneak we talked about, a great heads-up play to not just go up the middle but around the outside, which that was a big play as that was on a 4th down. So that kept the drive alive that led to a touchdown.
Great read by Carter on that one.
Yeah, he's been great. The line has been great. Our backs have been blocking very well as well, because on those quarterback powers or draws, it is our 3-down linemen or our 5-down linemen, but also our running backs making those blocks. And so definitely a team effort in this first half that is drawing near to the second half. So, as I say, we got 2.5 minutes left. We will go to commercial here. When we get back, we will be starting the second half. Rich 26, Monticello 6.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
A little visit from Coach Cooper Cornea, Bradley, and a little observation from our conversation with him. The Rebels, we talked about it, it's pretty unique that they have that 5-man front on the offense, and that didn't seem to go so well, and kudos to the coaches for making an adjustment. And since they've done that, it seems like the offense had a little bit more space up there up front for Carter to make some runs.
Yep, they felt like that was the adjustment needed, because that first quarter our offense was not able to break through that Monticello defense, and that I will definitely agree with Coach Cornea there, that adjustment of spreading it out, putting 3 down linemen and spreading out with some more backs was beneficial. It's a tough call, when we throw with 3 down linemen, there's the risk of them doing those quick blitzes, and so it's a bit of a balancing act, but I do love that adjustment. And that could be our adjustment of the game as we wind down into that second half. We'll see what the second half brings. We've got about 3 minutes to go until this second half. Rob, defensively for the Rebels, what have you felt has been – we've talked a lot about offensively, the returned fumble, but defensively we've kept them to 6 points as well. What do you feel has been – going our way defensively?
Well, we talked about it earlier. We need to put a little pressure on Kais, because if he's back there in that pocket and he's comfortable, he's got a gun. And unfortunately, he's put a little bit too much mustard on some of those throws, and he's had receivers open, and they've not come through with the catches. That one to number 1, Tommy Morrison, he catches that, he's gone, and that's 6 points.
Exactly. Yep. And I agree with you completely. There has been more than one occasion where the strong arm of Kais was right on the money. Some instances they had some running room, and luckily for the Rebels, they've dropped it. So that's the way they get back into this game, in my opinion. So if I'm the Rich High secondary, I'm really clamping down. We'll see what they do with their rushing game. They've had no success up the middle. Rob, you brought up -1 yards rushing in the first half, which that is a hard thing to do as a defense. And we've seen some of those quarterback hurries that led to really big losses that attributes to that. But I would say we got to clamp down the edges. There was that one play where they pancaked our defensive end. Luckily, Hudson Perry came up out of that safety position to take care of business. But I would say we really just keep doing what we're doing. I mean, 6 points in the first half. If it's not broke, don't fix it. 26 points offensively. this is about as balanced as you can get.
And it seems like the wind has picked up, Bradley, because those flags in the end zone showing some pretty good breeze. That could have an impact on the passing game in the second half.
And if you've spent any time in Woodruff, Randolph, Lake Town, or Garden City, you'll know that we are used to the wind up in Rich County. So I would say our boys are okay with this, and they will acclimate quickly to the wind. And we are ready. 45 seconds to go as Monticello takes to the field, as does Rich. As we talked about in the beginning, Rich deferred to start the first half, so we will receive. We've got Weston in the very back to receive. Up ahead of him, Holmes and Perry ready to receive. And we've got kicking for Monticello, I believe, Tavin Black. Nope, it's 21. John Lieber, that's right. Fortunately for the Rebels, we have not talked about their kickoff team in a while. Monticello's kickoff team. Not many scores out of them, but here we go. Start the second half here. Kick deep back to Weston off the bounce. He will take it. He has got a lane there. Keeps going. Some great blocking. Weston passes. He breaks another tackle. He is into Monticello territory.
Up to the 35.
Once again, Rob, if you're kicking off an 8-man, you kick that thing out of bounds. Both teams exchanging blows with the kick returns, and Weston with a great return there.
Yeah, we saw that with Gunnison Valley as well, as they ran one back on the Rebels early in the first game of the season.
So the Rebels with great field position to start. They are on the Monticello's 34-yard line. Hoffman in the gun with Fonsbeck to the right and Trips to the left. 3 down linemen in shotgun. Snap is back. We are throwing to start the second half. Great read by Hoffman. Step into his pocket. He has got Smith wide open. Great move. He is making forward. Oh, he is taking down the 1-yard line. What a great move after the catch by Smith. And let me bring attention to, that was textbook with Hoffman. He gets it in the gun, steps into the pocket, and makes a great throw. That is something we have not seen a whole lot of, is throwing out of the pocket, and that was great. We've got Hoffman under center with Perry in the backfield. We're going to do a quarterback sneak to the right, and he is in. Hoffman with the 1-yard scamper for the touchdown.
And took a whopping total of 32 seconds off the clock.
We like that. A great return to get us into Monticello territory. A great pass, quick run, and we are now find ourselves up 32-6 very early in this second half.
And the Rebels going for the extra point. Dylan Fonsbeck with Carter Hoffman for the hold. And that one is good.
Fonsbeck's doing great kicking this year. That is not like a commentator curse, I assure you, but it's good to have a consistent kicker. Okay, we will be back. The Rebels with the score bringing us to 33-6. We'll be back after this commercial break.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
We are back. Rich High kicking off to Monticello following that very quick touchdown drive. Fonsbeck kicking it deep, and it will be fielded by Black. Maybe it fumbles through his legs, still in play. We'll see if he makes some of Wilkes Weston there. Great tackle. We finally get them back towards their own end zone on a kick return. I believe that Black thought it was going to go out of bounds there.
Yeah, and it didn't. A little bit of a chip shot from Dylan, and it hung up on that edge. But that's going to put the Monticello Buckaroos probably in their worst field position of the night.
Yep, they will be starting from their own 6-yard line, something that the Rebels will like to see. And going in shotgun this close to your end zone does have some risk to it. as Monticello will go going to the left, but he is eaten up in the backfield by a team of Rebels. Great pursuit by that right side by the Rebel defense.
Drake Weston, number 23, and Daniel Smith again. And that's a switch for Daniel. He was a cornerback last year, and they put him on that defensive end spot to fill in the hole that the Stokes twins left.
And I was actually in on that conversation, and we assured him he is built perfectly for an end. As you saw there, he can wreak havoc with that long frame of his. Snap bobbled a little bit, given to, I think, Black around the corner. He has got an edge, a bit of a gain there. Oh, that was Rogers, excuse me, on the play. Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. That will still leave a 3rd and long for the Buckaroos in their own territory.
I think pushed out of bounds by Bobby Hudson Perry on that one, and maybe Jet Holmes.
It really helps to have that speed in that secondary for when guys make that edge, but we have these fast corners and safeties. Low snap. Oh, we might have a safety. Yeah, I believe we do. A sack by Hudson Perry will lead to a safety for the Rebels.
That is a first for a long time for the Rebels.
I believe so. I don't remember the last time we had a safety. What a great play. So that was a safety blitz. Great call by Coach Cornea, sending the quick, speedy Hudson Perry on that safety blitz, sacking the Monticello quarterback, who is looking a bit gimpy on that play. He did get hit hard. We will come back after these messages. That is 35-6 for the Rebels.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Legacy Beach. Great beaches in the summer, 10 minutes from Beaver Mountain in the winter. Townhomes now starting at $649 for poolside townhomes.
We've got our Bear Lake Realty, our friend Gary McKee fan cam. Rob, let's give some credit to those fans who made the 6-hour drive down to Monticello, all taking base up on that front row. Is that kind of like church? You don't sit towards the front, you're all in the back?
I don't know, but if you're going to drive 6 hours, you either love your boy a lot or you need a different hobby, because it is a commute. And I will say this about Gary McKee. Not only does he do a great job with the real estate, but he is a knowledge encyclopedia about Bear Lake. So not only can he help you with the real estate, he can give you the keys to maybe find a good place to go.
Wow. Okay. So, following the safety, Monticello really chips it up high. We try to field it, goes through our hands, does not take a bounce in our favor, bounces to stay in play, and Monticello recovers that. So, Monticello will get the ball
back to Gary. If you want to find out a good trail to ride, or you want to know some great spots on Bear Lake, he is an expert. So not only is he going to help you with the real estate, he's going to tell you where to go and what to do at Bear Lake.
Yes, we appreciate Gary. He's always been a great Rebel fan, and we appreciate his knowledge of Bear Lake and Rich County as a whole. Monticello with the ball again, 3-man front. Kai's in the backfield to give. Oh, it was a play action to Rogers, and he is speedy. He is going to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown. He has given life to Monticello, and the fans love it. So we had a play action to Tavin Black. And then Kai stands up and throws a quick bullet to Rogers, and Rogers has speed. I would imagine he is also a 100-meter runner. If he's not, he should be. That was some serious speed, and he makes it to the end zone to bring that to Rich 35, Monticello 12. Like I said, that brings some life, much-needed life, to the Monticello sideline.
And that was a perfectly placed pass as he cut back to the center of the field.
That's right. And now they will go for 2 here. Also passing again, a similar play to how they scored earlier in the game with that corner out route, and that is good. So we will be, Monticello climbs to 14. So we go from getting a safety to them recovering that somewhat onside kick to bring it to 35-14.
And we saw that special teams problem in the first game of the season, Bradley, with Gunnison Valley when the Rebels didn't recover the kick. So we'll see what they learned from this one.
Yeah, kudos to that kicker. I mean, he popped it up really high into, I believe it was Dylan Fonsbeck's hands, and when it went through Fonsbeck's hands, I was hoping, it was right there, and that may have been Fonsbeck's thinking that it was going to bounce out of bounds right by his left foot, but it bounced the other way, stayed in play, heads-up play by Monticello. Rob, I would not be surprised if we see another onside attempt here. You're down 3 scores. You've got a little bit of life. You do take the risk that Rich scored in 3 plays last time.
2
plays. 2 plays last time that we had the ball, which seems kind of a while ago, but we're at 10:24 left in the third quarter, 35-14 in favor of Rich. Weston back to receive. He had a big return last time. We will see what the Buckers decide to do here. And another onside kick. We'll see if they get there. We pick it up. A risky recovery to pick it up and run with it rather than jumping on it, but it works in the Rebels' favor.
I think that would be number 3, Samuel Leifson, that made that play right there, Bradley.
Luckily, he has the sticky hands there, and it will give us great field position near the 50-yard line to take over 1st and 10.
Looks like the 47.
On the 47-yard line. So we will see what adjustments Monticello has made. Like we said, they have a little bit of life pumped back into them after that long touchdown pass by Kais. Now we have Hoffman in the backfield, Perry to his right, doubles to the right. That will be given to Perry up the middle. He has got a lane well enough for the first, and he is going. That speed is coming out. He is almost in the end zone. Wow, what a great run. Up the middle, takes the perfect angle to the right pylon, and almost gets there just a few yards away from the end zone. Great run by Hudson Perry.
It will be 1st and goal for the Rebels. Looks like from the 5, perhaps.
Great blocking
more
scheme
from
there.
The 7.
So we have Daniel very wide. That either means we're going to him or we've left that big gap to the left side to run there. We've also got Weston in the slot on that left side, Perry in the backfield. Quarterback sneak to that left side where that hole was. Will Hoffman get there? I believe they're going to call him out
on the 1.
Just inches away. Okay, 2nd and inches for the Rebels. Again, Coach Larson does love that quarterback sneak, and it has been effective today.
And a quick response from the Rebels, Bradley, when you give up that big play that we talked about, you got to look out for. The Rebels respond quickly.
Yeah, that was a great run by Hudson to get us down here. Like I say, right up the middle where we haven't had much success today, busts it to the outside. Inches away, we've got Hoffman under center. Give to Perry. We've got a bit of a scrum going on to get there. They may have stopped us once again.
Looks like it's going to be short.
Okay, 3rd and short.
3rd and about 18 inches.
Yes, if that. We are right there. 8-man, very interesting because you cannot load the box so much. You got to respect the slots and the receivers. Here we go. Hoffman under center, and I believe he will get in there. Touchdown, Rebels. Quarterback keeper, they made us earn it right down in the inch line, highlighted by Hudson Perry's 40-yard scamper down to the goal line. So we will be 41-14 with 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Dylan Fonsbeck lining up for another point after attempt.
Snap, good hold. Oh, it is blocked by the Buckaroos. Number 0, Carpenter. Big guy coming right down the middle to make that block. We'll be back. This is a T7. This is a T7 presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebel Varsity Football Team online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KADQ, all part of the My Local Sports Network.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Welcome back. We are here, 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter as the Rebels will kick off to the Buckaroos. That goes to Black deep in his own territory. Much bigger gain than last time as he tries to make an edge. Wasden there. Ooh, bit of a horse collar there. And a herd of Rebels will bring Black down on the 40-yard line. Take over 1st and 10.
Looked like number 22, Tony Maldonado, went on a little bit along with some other help on that far side.
So we will take over. Monticello will take over 1st and 10, trying to continue to get on the scoreboard. Credit to Coach Larson's offense. They did, the Buckaroos did score, but man, we were quick to strike back with that long run and then a couple plays to get in there.
Well, the short kick actually worked to the Rebel advantage.
Absolutely. Rogers in motion. Play action. Oh, wide open. Tommy Morrison streaking down. This time it works. Last time we lucked out. Jet Holmes will take him down at the very edge of the goal line. We're looking 1st and goal, wide open.
Yep.
Wide open. We talked about this, Rob, going into the second half, that the only way we see Monticello climbing back into this is wide open throws, and that has happened. I guess I wouldn't classify Rogers' touchdown last time as wide open, but these long throws are breathing some life back into them.
55-yard pass.
Yes. Guys, is much more yards this half. Gives it to Black up the middle. Boston Jolly with his friends stopping him, though. We are now 2nd and goal. Great team effort there up the middle.
Easton Ebort, number 59 as well. Jordan Johnson, number 58. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. I'm not sure why the linebacker core was sucked up so much on that last pass, Bradley, because that was wide open. Nobody was around him.
Yep, it was a misdirection. He streaked across. Here we go again. Carpenter wide open. Does he hang on? He does. He does. That is a touchdown. Carpenter in the corner of the end zone. They have loved that corner over there today.
Well, this is the shootout we were thinking of before.
The Rebels, and this is why every play matters. Big plays the Rebels had at the end of the first half and the beginning of this half have made it so that even these big plays by Monticello, they still have a ways to go to climb back into this thing. We'll see how Rich reacts when they're getting the ball back, but don't be surprised to see another onside kick coming our way.
And we've only used up 4 minutes in the third quarter, Bradley.
Yeah, this is turning into what they talk about with 8-man high-scoring games. We may be seeing one here tonight in Monticello. 2-point conversion attempt given to Black. And he's going to throw it to Rogers, complete. So that was a handoff to Black.
Actually, Tommy Morrison, number 1 on the catch, I think.
Great drive for Tommy Morrison. So that was given to Black in front, and then he passed it to Tommy Morrison. So because he handed off in front of him, that was almost a double pass. So that will make it. So I guess he didn't score on that last one. I thought they had. Was that the 2-point conversion?
That was a 2-point conversion, yeah. Oh, maybe they. No, I thought he got in on the other one. Nope, I guess not.
So we jumped the gun, I guess.
So now they're going.
That was the touchdown.
Yeah, that was the touchdown.
Okay. So, sorry, I thought that the ref called a touchdown when Carpenter caught that in the corner, but that last play, the double pass, was the touchdown. Now Monticello will try for a 2-point conversion here. Guys in the backfield, back to throw. He's got Morrison. He will overthrow them. Great coverage by Leifson there on the play. So we have Rich 41, Monticello 20. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And if you think about what happened in the first 4 minutes of the game, Bradley, there was no offense, and now 4 minutes in the third quarter, that tells you there was some adjustments made at halftime.
Everyone's woken up. Everyone's out there scoring. So, Rob, looking forward, if you're a follower of 8-man, you got to assume that this could very well be a preview for the state championship this year. And it's plays like that with Morrison that the Rich High coaching staff is going to look back on and plan for. I mean, this is a team that can score. I mean, our defense has played great today, but they have the potential to put points on the board.
They do strike, and we talked in the pregame, you got to watch out for those big plays, and unfortunately we've given up 2 in the second half so far.
So the Rebels up 21 in the third quarter with 8 minutes to go. You got to think that there may be another onside kick here. They've been successful in one, but not the other. And here we go, onside kick. Luckily, right to one of our receivers. Very great hands. Daniel Smith fields that onside kick. Rebels will take over on
their own 45. That's great field position.
Yep, that's great. Okay, so the Rebels take over. So I think here, as I gather my thoughts, what you want to do here for the Rebels is you don't become complacent. Obviously, Monticello still has life in them. You got to keep going forward. You cannot plateau in this situation. There's a lot of football left in this game. Hoffman in the backfield with Perry to his left, Weston and Smith to the left. We got an option pitch to Perry, going upfield, big gain. That may be enough for the first down. Perfectly drawn up option there.
I'm not sure who was in the backfield for Monticello, but he could have nearly got that pitch.
It was very close, very close. So that was enough for the first down. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rebels, a 10-yard gain for Hudson Perry off of the Hoffman pitch there on the option. 1st and 10 here. Hoffman alone in the backfield. Smith to his left, trips to the right. Back to pass. Has a man open. He's got Smith. Diving catch. He almost has that.
I got the corner of the press box on that.
It's all right. I'll describe it. Smith was on a perfectly run route, a deep post. Hoffman hits him in stride. He went for the diving catch and just barely missed. That was a terrific effort on Smith's part. So now we have 3rd and 10. Nope, 2nd. That's right. I was looking at the stick there. 2nd and 10. Hoffman in the gun. Trips to the right. Wasden to the left, and it'll be a quarterback keeper to the right. Gain of right around 8 or 9 on the play. Great second effort after first contact for Hoffman there.
And we talked about it in the pregame show. Bradley, you get that first man to miss, and you pick up an extra 5 yards.
Yes, the Rebels have done a great job. Hoffman, Perry, Weston on keeping their legs turning after the first initial contact. And Coach Larson's talked about that. He was very pleased with that being how our backfield ran against Altamont. We're seeing it again here tonight. Hoffman in the gun, Weston to his left, Leifson and Smith to the right. Quarterback keeper, great block by Weston and the line up front to give Hoffman the first down and then some. Monticello is claiming that they have a ball there. The refs are going to talk about it. It seems that the ball did come loose. The question is, they're giving it to Monticello. So it was hard for us to see, hard for anyone to see really except for the players, but there was a fumble there on that quarterback keeper, and Monticello will take over with some momentum. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. We have got a lot of football left, Rob.
Yes, we do, and if I'm the Rebels, you got to look at the passing game that is kicked in. The running game has been pretty much non-existent for the Buckaroos, but Keys has got some zip on that ball, and it's been working.
Back in the shotgun. Give to Rogers around the left-hand side. Great tackle by Carter Grohl from that linebacker position. Gain of about 4 on the play there.
Took the legs of Carter Rogers right out from underneath him.
They really like that jet sweep play you just saw there with Rogers coming in motion and giving it to him around the edge. Great read by Grohl there.
Pick of about 3.
Kai's back in the gun alone. Pass right across the middle. It was just behind him. He had his man Rogers a little bit right behind him. Hoffman was right there to make the tackle if that pass is completed.
Yeah, it would have been about 4 or 5 yard gain, but Hoffman right on the spot, and again, Keys has hit him in the hands tonight. He's gotten connection with his receivers.
Yes, this southpaw does have a great arm. We're looking at 3rd and 7 for Monticello. Keys in the back. Oh, he fumbles the snap. He's going to have to recover here. Smith and Fonsbeck there for the sack. Great rush by Fonsbeck, right where he needed to be off of the overhead snap. Unfortunately, it does look like Fonsbeck is coming off a little injured on that play. He's a great DN, so we hope to have him back as Boston Jolly subs in for him.
And it is 4th and about 20. So back in punt formation with Drake Weston for the Rebels to receive.
And this is where the wind plays a big factor. We'll see how deep it goes. Line drive, rugby punt. Rebels are getting away. Okay, Monticello will down that punt on their own 45-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rebels taking over. So, given everything that's happened recently with the momentum Monticello had, that was a good stand by the Rebels.
It was 5:43 to go in the 3rd quarter as the Rebels take the ball again on the 45, right where they had it a few minutes ago.
So a fresh set of downs as the referee begins winding the clock. Rebels will take over, 3-man front. Weston and Weston, Cousins on the left, Hoffman in the back with Perry and Smith to the right. It'll be a give to Perry. Great read there, and he is gone. He is gone. 20, 10, touchdown Perry. That was a great zone read there. Perry takes it to the house. I am loving our front line creating these holes for these running backs to have such running room.
And there's your quick answer, Bradley.
Yes, the tough thing for Monticello tonight is they have gotten some scores here, but man, Coach Larson's offense is a locomotive tonight, especially with such a slow start.
Right. But I think those were the adjustments that maybe Cooper was talking about during halftime. You see what was not working and you try something else.
And we are sitting at our 3rd game of the season. These are the adjustments that are going to form the rest of your season. And if I am Coach Larson and staff, I am very excited about how this offense is looking so far. 2-point conversion attempt. Hoffman with the snap, rolling to his right. He will pass back to Hudson again. Hudson Perry getting familiar with that end zone tonight, Rob.
Yes, he is. He was wide open for the 2-point conversion.
That will make it Rich High. The Rich High Rebels 49, Monticello 20. We're going to go to a commercial break. This game is brought to you by T7 Propane, part of the presentation of the Rich High Rebel Varsity Football Team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Sports Network.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Okay, Rich High is kicked off. Monticello returns it to the 40-yard line to start 1st and 10, going the other direction.
Jaden Camacho, number 18, with the return. We still got 5 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Bradley.
Yeah, this has been a very exciting quarter for both sides of the ball. Fortunately for Rich, they have kept up with the momentum that Monticello had early on and has answered in all the right ways. Snap back given to Taven Black, going up. Second effort, very strong run, gain of 13 on the play.
Carter Grill had a shot at him early on, but it looks like Drake Weston and maybe Boston Jolly happened to finish that one off.
So that will bring up a new set of downs for the Buckaroos. 1st and 10. marching into Rebel territory with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kai's back in the gun. Play action. Incomplete pass right near the Rebel sideline. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Rebels.
And William Rogers, number 8, was the intended target, and Jet Holmes, number 6, on the coverage. But again, that's a zip on that ball.
That will stop the clock right at 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Once again, Rebels up 49-20. Kai's in the backfield, shotgun with Black to his right. Reverse to Rogers. Rogers trying to get to the outside. Herd of Rebels there to meet him. About half the players on the field in on that tackle.
Yep, I think Carter Hoffman was leading the way, though. Number 8.
I love seeing Boston Jolly. He may be big, he may be tall, but he had the wheels there to get there to the outside. Great play by him. So that will bring, that was a loss on the play, so we have a 3rd and 12 coming up for Monticello here at about midfield. Monticello with a 3-man front, doubles to the right, single receiver to his, doubles to the left, single receiver to his right. Play action to Black. He's going to have to scramble. He has got a man. Carter Grohl, good. I was about to say good coverage, but I guess the ref disagrees with me. He will throw the flag there in the secondary.
Yep, going to get Carter for pass interference. I'm afraid Carter did not turn around and look for the ball.
Gotcha. So we will be most likely called for a face guard on that one, giving the Buckaroos a first down to work with, 1st and 10.
Are they going to wave it off?
They wave it off.
There's another one you can rewatch tonight, Bradley,
yep,
at the hotel.
That's right. And rightly so. The Monticello faithful not happy with that call, as that will bring them back to 4th and long. So another costly wave off of a penalty for the Buckaroos.
I'm wondering if the ball was already out of bounds.
That could have been. That could have been. It seemed like there was an explanation there. So you do have Kai's back. Whether he's going to punt or throw is yet to be seen here. He is going to throw. He's got a man deep in Rogers, and he overthrows his target. The Rebels will take over at midfield, going the other way.
Doesn't take much time off the clock as the Rebels take over with 4:11 in the third quarter.
Yeah, a lot more throws this half, a lot of them incomplete, which will lead to the clock being stopped. This has been a extensive third quarter, a lot of scores, a lot of action. The Rebels take over with hopes of breaking that 50-point barrier here in this quarter.
Ball spotted on the 46.
Hoffman back in the gun with Perry to his left, doubles left, single receiver to the right. He gives to Perry, who has run the ball very well today. Another great gain. Oh, and he just goes out of bounds. But, man, it took 2 or 3 guys to get him out of bounds. Gain of about 14 on the play.
And we've talked about this several times during the season so far, Bradley, but give kudos to Daniel Smith, the wide receiver, number 16, making blocks downfield that gives Hudson another chance for extra yardage.
Yeah, between Daniel Smith and Dylan Fonsbeck, we have very physical blocking receivers, which is so valuable in these situations. Snap back to Hoffman and back in the gun. He's going to do an option left to Perry. Perry getting around to the outside. That'll be enough for another first down as he is forced out. So I would say the option has been very effective today out of the shotgun, something that we will see time and time again in this 8-man offense.
And it's a perfectly timed pitch. There was the one that we questioned whether or not it was going to end up in the hands of the defender, but
if it gets there, that means it's perfect timing. Yeah, I love watching. Carter was patient. He waited for that defensive end to make that commitment before making his decision. We will see if we do the same thing here as it's doubles right, singles to the left, Perry next to Hoffman. And, yep, Carter's going to keep it right up the middle where the opening was. Takes 2 or 3 guys to get him down, and I believe we have enough for another first down. Move those sticks.
I think so as well. Looked like William Rogers, number 8, in on part of that tackle.
So the Rebels' big guys up front pushing them back. That was a massive hole to run through, which is always a good sign, something as a quarterback that you would love to see. So now we have Hoffman in the backfield once again, this time Weston to his left, Wasden wide to the left with doubles to the right. Going to throw here. He has got a man open. Does he catch it? That is a touchdown. Great catch. Who is that, Rob? I'm trying to see over there. That was a great throw and catch.
I'm thinking it might be Dylan Wasden, number 11. Nope, it's Daniel Smith, number 16.
That was a perfect timing. You saw as soon as he made his break, the ball was already in the air from Hoffman. So great chemistry between those two as he hits him right at the back of the end zone. Okay, so that will bring us to 55-20 in favor of the Rebels as they try for an extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and that will be no good. So we will remain at 55-20 in favor of the Rebels. 3:18 left in this very exciting, very action-packed third quarter. We are going to go to a commercial break. This is a T7 propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team. Online at My Local Radio and listening in on 98.3 K80Q, all part of the My Local Sports Network.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money.
Rebel kick, a bit of a squib, short kick. Return to almost the 50-yard line for the Buckaroos by number 18, Jaden Camacho.
And number 4, Wilkes Weston, once again with a hard hit on that coverage team for the Rebels. Actually fumbled it out of bounds, but laid a good one on him.
Yeah, I want to bring attention, Rob, to this field. It is the length that we're used to, but the width is at what would typically be an 8-man width, and it played in Monticello's favor there as that ball went out of bounds. Monticello take over 1st and 10. Kai's in the backfield. Back to pass. He's going to do a swing pass out to Black, who will make something out of nothing, absolutely, and that is about a 6-yard gain, 6-yard pass from Kai's to Black.
Drake Weston, Samuel Leifson, and Carter Hoffman on this stop. That's a quick throw. Puts him right at midfield. Nope, on the 45 of the Rebels.
And as I said, Rob, having such a fast backfield is really come in handy with these swing passes, with all these open receivers. There have been some that have gotten behind us, which is something to work on. But all in all, very fast secondary, which comes in handy. So we've got 2nd and 5. 2nd and 4 maybe for the Buckaroos. Back to pass. Kais has a man downfield, just overthrows him, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Buckaroos.
Target was William Rogers, number 8, but out of reach.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down here as the Buckaroos try to extend this drive, as we are just under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. 55-20 in favor of the Rebels. Kai's back in the gun with Black behind him. Doubles to the left, single to the right. Snap, he's got Black on a swing pass. Will that be enough for the first? It will, and he continues to go, breaking tackles. Finally brought down. That'll bring a 1st and 10 for Monticello.
And that, I would say, you can credit Black just with the moves and the strength of that run, because that could have been wrapped up quickly by the Rebels.
Yeah, he's a very strong runner. He's great. If you notice, they send him on those swing passes a lot. It's a great relief valve if those receiver routes are not an option. He's the kind of kid that if you don't know what else to do, give it to him, and he's going to gain 4 or 5 yards at least. Rogers in motion, jet sweep. We've seen this a lot today, trying to make that edge. He will run out of room as the Rebels force him out of bounds.
Again, Wilkes Weston, number 4, but Daniel Smith did his job on that one for the defensive end by stringing that out farther. And with that more narrow field, Bradley, that one doesn't go maybe on a regular field. Maybe you can turn that corner.
That is the tricky part about this more narrow field is anything on the outside, you just do not have as much room to work with. And just as a side note, in Utah, you are not required to have such a narrow field, but in Colorado you do, and a lot of Monticello's 8-man opponents are from Colorado, so they do need to have this narrower field. Guys back to pass. He's got Morrison back. Morrison down the middle again. That has been open time and time again tonight. That will be enough for the first down to end the quarter. So as the third quarter comes to an end, it is Rich, 55, Monticello 20. We'll go to a commercial break. This is a T7 Propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Radio network.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
We are back here in Monticello, Utah. Beginning of the fourth quarter is the Rebels. Great offensive production today as we find ourselves up 55-20 at the beginning of this quarter.
I think game time starting temperature was about 82 degrees, Bradley, but it has definitely cooled off in a hurry.
That sun that we were cussing earlier today is now gone. Our ally is gone. Monticello will start this drive, 1st and 10, near their own end zone. I bet we have a screen coming. There it is. And he will not complete it. Anytime you see a lot of D linemen coming through with zero blocking in front of them, that's usually setting up for a screen. I like the call there, but I will say our linebacker secondary were there in case he caught that.
Yeah, we went from about 85 degrees down to 62.
Just like home. Monticello back in the gun. Got that outright. Great coverage there by Carter Grohl as Monticello tried to get that 5-yard out to number 23. I guess I don't have a 23.
I don't have a 23 either. I was looking at the same thing, Bradley.
Okay, that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Monticello in their own territory, looking to get into the end zone. But the Rebel defense, time and time again, has shown they have great resistance. Coach Corney has drawn up a very good scheme tonight.
Kais gets the play from his coach.
Kai's in the gun alone, so that means he has doubles on both sides, 3-man front. Back in the gun, quick pass. Incomplete to number 23 once again. That'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Buckaroos. Obviously, we'll be going for it here.
I forgot, Bradley, with a 35-point lead, they've got the running clock going in the fourth quarter.
Correct. That's a great point. So, with the Rebels being up 35, even with incomplete passes, the clock will continue to roll until they get under that 35-point difference. And the Buckaroos will look to do just that here. 4th and 10. Kaiser in the gun with Bunches to his left. He's looking. He's got a crossing route. Yep, Carter Grohl was there just a bit early.
This one I don't think is going to get waved off.
Well, we may have to leave this booth if it does. It's going to get a little dangerous if so. But I believe that will be a pass interference, which will result in a first down for the Buckaroos. So the officials will talk about it most likely for ball placement, but that will put the Buckaroos very close to the goal line.
I believe that will be half the distance to the goal. Going to put them just about the 9-yard line.
So half the distance to the goal. The Buckaroos will have another shot at keeping this drive alive. So we got, what, 4th and 2? 4th and 2 to have it become a goal line situation. We have not really seen a whole lot of under center for the Buckaroos. They will be in shotgun again, trying to draw the Rebels off sides. We've learned from a couple of those. The disciplined Rebels will make them take a timeout and talk about this. We will be back. This is a T7 Propane presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Radio Network.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
We are back as Monticello attempts to keep their drive alive. 4th and short, down near their own goal line. Kais has a man open, Black on a curl route. It just goes through his hands, which will result in a Rebel first down going the other direction. A great goal line, a somewhat goal line stand for the Rebels there.
Yeah, second turnover on down for the Monticello Buckaroos in this second half.
So the Rebels will take over. 9.5 minutes to go in this ball game. 1st and 10. They've got a lot of field to go, which has not been a problem for the Rebels today. We've had some big, long plays, and they will look to continue to do that as we are on our own 10-yard line.
9:20 left to go in the game.
3-man front for the Rebels. Hudson back with Hoffman, Weston, and Smith to the right. That will be a give to Perry up the middle as he continues to let those legs churn. There
looks
is
like the
a
ball,
fumble.
Yeah, looks like the ball came loose, but I think the Rebels are back
I'm
on
not
top
seeing
of
much
it.
celebration from Monticello. We will see how this turns out. Looks like the Rebels will retain possession. So, good run by Perry. It was stripped out there at the end, but we do recover. That will lead to a 2nd and 4 for the Rebels.
Looks like Dylan Fonsbeck, number 35, got back on top of that one. But a hard push by Hudson, but it did give them a chance to strip that one.
So now we have a different front here with Leifson and Smith to the right, Hoffman, Weston in the backfield. That'll be given to Weston around the outside. He makes a cut up the middle. He has a lane to the left side. Well enough for the first down. That is a gain of about 15 yards for the Rebel first down.
And the advantage is it gets the clock to continue to run.
Yep, if I'm Rich, I am very much loving the 1-2 punch of Weston and Perry in the backfield to team up with Hoffman. It is a great running attack, and we've also been able to go through the air. So a good bounce attack in the second half. Hoffman back in the gun. Perry that's Weston to his left, giving the ball. Not much gain there. 2 yards, bring up a 2nd and 8. Carpenter with the tackle there for Monticello. That'll bring up 2nd and around 7 for the Rebels, continuing to put points on the scoreboard. We've got just under 8 minutes left in this game. Hoffman in the gun with Weston to his left, Leifson and Smith to the right, Aiden Weston alone to the left. Option keeper by Hoffman will lead to about a 4-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and short for the Rebels.
Yeah, 3rd and about 2. And you can credit number 21, John Lieber, for the Buckaroos on the stop.
3rd and 3 for the Rebels as Fonsbeck checks back in. Short yardage situation for the Rebels. We will see if we are under center in the gun. 3-man front, doubles to the right, Fonsbeck to the left, Hoffman and Weston in the backfield. Weston to Hoffman's right. We may be seeing a quarterback keeper here, as we've seen many times tonight. It'll be a zone. Oh, great read. He pulls it. Is that going to be enough? Great defensive scheme by Monticello, because that was a great read. Weston was gobbled up on that first option. Hoffman pulls it, but there's still a group of Buckaroos to take him down there. So we have a 4th and short here. We will see if Coach Larson wants to try and keep this drive alive, which he is. We've got Hoffman under center, Weston behind him, doubles right, single to the left. Once again, a quarterback keeper, which from our angle, he does have that.
And they're going to move the sticks.
The sticks move.
And that keeps the clock rolling with 6 minutes to go. Half the 4th quarter is in the books.
If you were to do a percentage of success on plays, quarterback keeper's got to be at 100% tonight. Every time we've used that, it's worked out well. Change at quarterback. We now have Jet Holmes in at quarterback with doubles to his left, Smith to his right, Weston to his left. It's going to be a fake to Weston. Holmes keeps it up the middle for about a 6-yard gain on the play. We have not noted that earlier today the Rich High JV team had a big win. Jet Holmes had 4 touchdowns in that first half, and we continue to roll in that second half in that JV game. The Rebels will continue this drive. 2nd down and about 6, just past midfield. Holmes at quarterback, Weston to his left, doubles left, single to the right. Bit of a muff snap. Weston does pick it up. Going to make as much happen as he can. Good block by Smith. That will result in a 1st down. Bobbled snap, positive yards.
Whatever it takes, I guess.
As I said, I want to give credit to Smith on that. He had the hindsight to, he saw that the play was broken up in the backfield. He kept home and was able to make a clean block. A lot of times you see blocks in the back on plays like that, but he kept his head and stayed in front.
Getting attacked by a moth over here, Bradley.
It's getting to that time of night. We do have lights in here. So it is 1st and 10. Holmes in the gun, doubles to his left. We got a swing pass to Weston. Make it upfield, make one man miss. A gain of about 2 on the play there.
Looks like Cash Young, number 6, a sophomore on the stop.
We are just at the 4-minute mark here with the Rebels up 55-20. Very offensive filled game, especially after the first quarter we saw for those tuning in at the very beginning of the game. Rich with a 3-man front. Holmes in at quarterback with Perry to his right, doubles right, single to the left. 3-man front. Holmes will roll out to his right, pump fake. He is going deep to Aiden Weston. Oh, and that was dropped. Very close. It was right there. I actually thought he caught that.
Yep. Right in his hands.
And if you hear the PA announcer, he announced that was dropped by Braden Stokes. But I'm going to give Aiden Weston credit for bringing his gray jersey instead of his white jersey. So he is wearing Braden Stokes' jersey. So Andy and Jamie Stokes, if you're listening, Braden's number is getting some reps tonight. But that is Aiden Weston with that number on tonight. Holmes in the shotgun, doubles left, Weston to the right. Holmes will roll to his left, looking to pass, scramble, back pedal, and he will just get rid of that. So, as Rob, as you brought up, we are still a running clock despite the incomplete pass, and that brings up a 4th and 10.
Well, as long as that third quarter was, which seemed like it was a whole ball game in and of itself, this fourth quarter has flown by.
Yep, it's all evening itself out. The Rebels will look to extend their lead here as Holmes comes in with the play. 4th and 10. Looking to keep the ball in Rich's possession to finish out this game with 2 minutes to go. Holmes is the lone back with trips right, single left. Once again, 4th and 10. Holmes stays in the pocket. He is looking for Smith deep. Fonsbeck deep. That'll be just overthrown, and the Monticello Buckaroos will take over. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go in this game.
It's early in the season, Bradley. This is obviously gone the Rebels' way, but I would not be too comfortable with the outcome of this one to give any indication of what it will be like at the end of the season.
Yep, it's a same old story that we've seen. This is the 3rd season of 8-man. This is usually an early on game that Rich and Monticello has. You know, for all intents and purposes, I would expect to see a rematch later this year, and both teams will return to this film. It'll return to, we've got, 8 more games on the season that will be studied out by both teams, and, I expect a very competitive playoff in 8-man this year.
Absolutely.
So that will bring up, 3rd and 6 for the Buckaroos with a minute and a half left to go. Well, Rob, and we'll talk about this in the post game, but I am really impressed with Jackson Kais. He's made some great throws, been poised in the pocket. Here he goes again, throwing deep to Rogers. He's got a man just through his fingers. Weston's right there on the coverage. So that'll bring up that
third down, yeah.
That was 2nd down that just happened. So 3rd and 6. We've got 1 minute to go with a running clock. Monticello probably just has a couple plays left, and this one will be wrapped up. We want to thank everyone back at Rich tuning in. Any other Rebel or Buckaroo fans that have tuned in, thanks for tuning in. It's been a great night. Kais will go back in the gun. Nearly picked off by Aiden Weston. That brings up a 4th down for the Buckaroos. We want to thank all of our sponsors that you've seen in commercials that we've mentioned. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. KDQ, My Local Radio. We appreciate the rich high coverage that's been provided for our community. And this game is ticking down. 15 seconds left. We will see if they get another playoff. And Rob, as we said, I expect to see Monticello again.
Absolutely.
With the last play, Kais goes back, and that will be intercepted at the end of the game. Jet Holmes with the interception. I believe they called it an interception to end the game. That will be the final. Rich 55, Monticello 20. We will have our post-game show coming up after this break.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
We are back. This is our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Once again, we ended this game in Rich's favor, 55-20. Rob, what are we thinking on our recap of this game?
Well, it was 26-6 at halftime, Bradley, and as much as we anticipated, the third quarter was a shootout. Carter Hoffman with a 2-yard rush to make it 32-6. PAT makes it 33-6, and then Rich got a safety to make it 35-6. Unfortunately, we did not do a good job covering the kick, and that put the ball back to Monticello. And what we anticipated before this game, he's a 59-yard pass to Carter Rogers, and it makes it 35-12. Monticello gets another score, a 13-yard pass, 2-point conversion, 35-14. Carter Hoffman with a 1-yard run, and Monticello answers back with another punch to make it 41-20. Hudson Perry with a 45-yard run puts it to 47-20, and then he takes a 3-yard pass from Carter for the 2-point conversion, and Daniel Smith finishes off the scoring with a 14-yard catch from Carter Hoffman to make it 55-20, and with a 35-point lead, the running clock, that fourth quarter went by in a hurry.
Absolutely an exciting game. It started off very defensive-sided. Both teams decided to really get the wheels rolling, and if you were a fan of lots of points being scored, you got your wish tonight, especially in that third quarter is when things really picked up. We'll be back after this with our precision play of the game, with our player of the game, and we will chat more about this game. This is a T7 presentation of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome back. We are here in Monticello, Utah, wrapping up this Rich High football game. This brings us to our D. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. Rob, what do you got for us for our play of the game?
Well, I think it was the momentum changer in this one, Bradley, when it's 4th down for the Buckaroos, and they try a double reverse, and the ball is fumbled on that second reverse, and Drake Weston not only recovers, but he takes it 42 yards to the house, and that was a big change before halftime.
Yeah, the key there was, the game was not wrapped up at that point, not even close. In fact, it was a 1-score game, and once that became a 2-score game, mentally, if you're on the other side of the coin on that is tough to come back from, knowing you're about to go into half, Rich getting the ball, and now you're down 2 scores. So, yeah, I would agree that was a great turning point in the game, a big momentum swing. When we come back, we will go through some statistics of the game, and we will identify that player of the game. Tough choice. There was a lot of contributors tonight, great team effort, but we will be back after this. This is a T7 propane presentation of the Rich Rebels varsity football team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We are back, and we are excited to continue this post-game show. The Crawford Trough player of the game, Rob. A lot of offensive production, a lot of great defensive standouts. What are you thinking on our player of the game?
Well, we're going to give it to Hudson Perry. 8 rushes for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in addition to that, he had an 18-yard kick return, 4 tackles on the defensive side, plus a sack, if you remember that one. I believe he's the one we credit with for the safety.
Yep, he was. A very, very good balanced game. So if my math is correct, that's just over 21 yards a carry that Hudson had tonight, and that was a great outing by him. And, you know, I don't know where they're stopping for dinner tonight, but Hudson, I would imagine he's buying lunch for all those linemen that opened all those holes for him. But no, Hudson, he ran so hard. The thing I love about when he runs the ball is those legs never stop, and you could see that tonight, and just in that speed too. And I'm loving seeing him healthy this year and able to just really show us what he's got. Great night for him, a night he'll remember.
And a shout out to Jackson Keys. He was 8 for 21 passing. He's got an arm, that's for sure, and we said we will probably see Monticello down the road. That's something the Rebels are going to have to deal with for 192 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the pick at the end of the game, which doesn't really help your stat sheet, but at that point it was pretty much a done deal.
Right, and, you know, it was funny, Rob, before our game we got to talk to his dad, and he was a funny guy, saying he didn't know if we'll be calling his son's name much tonight, just being very humble about it. But, you know, I'm sure he made his dad proud tonight. Great arm. He had some long passes, something that we're going to have to prepare for next time. And he's only a junior, so he's going to be a problem next year as well. But shout out to Hudson. Great game, bud. That was some hard running. Offensive line, receivers, running backs, great blocking today. There were some holes that were open tonight that just excite you as an offensive person. I'm sure Coach Larson, being an offensive lineman by nature, was really excited with how his team did. If you've got a player averaging 21 yards a carry with eight carries, that's a great recipe for success.
Yep, and we expect the 8-man games to be a shootout. Unfortunately, the first quarter was anything but, as it ended 6-0. But that second and third quarter, you saw 8-man football at its best.
Yep, that's right. We, I think we got our legs back from being on the bus so long, and we finally got our offense going, and it was a great ending, 55-20. Great job to the Rebels. Now for our Woodruff Country Corner calendar update, Rob. So we got the girls at Cokeville currently tonight and tomorrow with volleyball. Next week, the football team will go to Mountain View. And just a disclaimer to everyone, if you didn't enjoy my voice tonight, then you're in luck. The next 3 football games, I actually will be I'm a junior high football coach this year as well, so I've got some junior high football games to attend to. Rob will be covering for me, and I appreciate that. But next Saturday, the volleyball team will be at Windover, and I will be there for that game. So please tune in for both Mountain View football next week, which is going to be a great game.
That will be.
That may be our toughest opponent this year.
You've also got a JV game with North Summit on Thursday, and the freshman volleyball team will take on the Utah School of Deaf and the Blind on Thursday as well. And then, like you said, volleyball at Wendover. What's the middle school up to, Bradley?
So next week, the junior high football team, we have our annual jamboree is what they call it. So we are going to be going to Kemmer, where Cokeville and Kemmer will both be there with us. It's a step above a scrimmage, so you go and you have a certain set of plays against each other, a little bit of a preview for the upcoming season. Super excited about the junior high football team. I can tell you, they've been running a lot, and the head coach is to blame for that. So I've made sure that we are getting in shape. It's going to be a fun season, but a good, fun-filled week next week, Rob. I'm excited about it.
And the week after that is homecoming, Bradley, so start planning for total chaos.
Yeah, and a little bit of an update on the football field. I don't think we have an update other than it looks awesome. Anybody that wants to drive by, that turf field looks beautiful. Blue, black, and white end zones. That turf is gorgeous. It sounds like we're getting very close to being able to commemorate that field. We do not have enough of an update to say when, just that there is big progress being made.
Yeah, part of the challenge is no bleachers and trying to get some electricity for a scoreboard, which is probably going to be a makeshift solution, but still got to get the field inspected, I think, is part of one of the challenges.
Well, here's the good news. Rich County football fans have never liked bleachers. So it's I think our faithful fans back home will find a way to be comfortable watching on that beautiful field, even if we do not have bleachers yet. They're probably going to soak in being able to be right there by the field before that track and bleachers go in. But shout out to the crews putting that together. Shout out to everyone who's had a role in that. That's very exciting. So that is it for us. Rob, thank you, and thank you to our listeners. Thank you for being patient with my new learning curve. We had some technical difficulties at the very beginning. Rob figured out how to make the camera not so dark, which was my play of the game. It was Rob fixing the camera because that made it a clear screen. So once again, this has been a T7 Propane production of the 2024 Rich Rebels varsity team, online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 KDQ, all part of the My Local Sports Network. We will see you all in Mountain View, Wyoming in a week for a great matchup there. Stay tuned for our pregame show then. I'm sure I'll have an interview with Mountain View's coach. Coach Larson, as always, Coach Danelle Peart for the volleyball game that week, and a Where Are They Now and standout student. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for tuning in.